And a good evening and welcome to the Scott Community Events Center. It's night number one of the Clarion and Roundball Classic. I'm Adam Kadavy, Melody Toscano, your studio engineer, back at the Mix 94.5 studios. We're also on with the Beaver Broadcasting Network. It's a home opener and Roundball Classic opener tonight here in Scott City as the Beavers take on friends from Eastern Colorado, the Lamar Thunder. It's a doubleheader matchup here between Scott City and Lamar, and to our knowledge, it's the first ever meeting between the two schools that are just 2 hours apart. Scott City Lady Beavers 0-1 on the year, scored 65 points in an 11-point loss last Friday night in Hoisington against the Lady Cardinals. Gave it a good effort, but fell short 76-65. On the other side, Lamar, a team that's won 20, won 19, won 11 games in their last three seasons. They're 50 and 15 coming into this year. They're 2-1 on the year. They suffered their first setback of the year on Saturday at Alamosa, falling 37-32 in the Alamosa tournament. The second game of our doubleheader will feature two undefeateds, 1-0 Scott City and 3-0 Lamar. Beaver boys sled wire to wire in their game as they were 50-38 victorious winners over the Hoisington Cardinals on Friday night in Hoisington. While on the other side, the Lamar Thunder, they are now 3-0 on the year, a team that won just 7 games a year ago, so they're off to a hot start, trying to win over 10 games for the first time in 4 seasons as they defeated Alamosa at home 41-30 on Saturday in Alamosa, Colorado. Well, this is night number one of the Clarion and Roundball Classic. There's already a doubleheader going on right now in the Garden in Garden City, and that is between Coronado and La Junta. On the girls' side, it was a dominating performance for the Lady Cougars of Coronado as they defeated La Junta by the score of 52-21 earlier. Currently, there are about 5.5 minutes to go in the boys' game with La Junta and Coronado. Coronado's opened up a 23-point lead, 53-30. By the way, those are the next two opponents for Scott City here in Scott City Friday and Saturday. Garden City and Altus, Oklahoma to tip off at around 6 and 7:30 this evening. More to come in your pregame show. We'll have comments from head coach Amy Felker in this after a 3-minute break. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
BBN is brought to you by HRC Feed Yards, J&R, Next Tech Wireless, Red Barn Enterprises, S&T Communications, Scott County Hospital, Scott Co-op, Security State Bank, Turner Sheet Metal,
ideas for that handyman. Merry Christmas and Happy
Fro Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs.
Welcome back to the Scott Community Events Center. Adam Kadavy with you here on Mix 94.5. Your pregame interview is brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services and Hugh and Bird Events in Scott City, Leota. Coach Amy Felker joins me here pregame. And Coach, thanks for joining me here this evening. A tough night in the win-loss column last Friday night to open up the season.
Experience possible for the cattle feeder and, in the end, the consumers of our product. We are always in the market to purchase corn and other commodities from local producers. Call our office at 620-872-2111 for current pricing. Our dedicated employees and their families are very important to us, and we are proud of their children that are current beavers and individuals that will grow into those roles in the future. Fairleigh Feed Yard is privileged to support Scott City youth and are honored to cheer on the Beavers.
Get over the loss, and we worked hard. We just couldn't get there.
You guys shot the ball pretty well as well, too. Very good distribution. You had to the kind of consistency. You had 3 players, I think, with 15 points and another one with 13. So you have to like the the distribution of the ball and the scoring.
You know, it is great when you have that many girls that can score in double digits. It's going to be a hard group of girls to scout because you don't know who's going to be the number one scorer that night and that kind of stuff. That also shows a lot for our team that they don't care who is scoring. They're going to make that extra pass. They're going to get the ball to the open person, and we're going to take care of business.
And you look at a player, your post player, Megan Trout, who has looked a lot better this year already through one game, and you can just tell her confidence, along with a lot of the other juniors, playing some bigger roles here, of really that confidence has really shot up.
You know, she didn't play a lot of minutes last year, but she was always in practice behind Brooke and working hard against Brooke, and so that really helped her get ready for this year. It gave her some confidence to see Brooke and see how she did things. And so now Megan knows what she needs to do, knows how to make those things happen. And, she's just really stepping up inside and getting a lot of rebounds for us, too.
Once again, it is Coach Amy Felker here pregame tonight. Scott City faces Lamar, first night of the Roundball Classic here. And I get to 3 home games in 3 nights, starting off with Lamar, a team that Scott City don't believe has ever played before in Lamar, but a team that's won a lot of games over the last few years and coming in with a 2-1 record.
We're going to have to know that they're capable of good things. We also got to make sure that we're playing our game, and I think they're going to want to slow it down and not score very many points. And, we want to get up and down the court and get the open looks and really attack the basket. So our goal, is to definitely win the game, out-rebound them, and really push the ball for 32 minutes.
Defensively, what have you seen from this team? They've played teams that have scored 9, 15, and then 37 in their loss. What have you seen with them on defense?
They have one little girl that really is kind of sneaky. She'll just hide behind people and jump out and try to steal the ball. So we really tried to work on that yesterday in practice. So we're always going to keep an eye on her and know where she's at, so we don't make those turnovers against her.
You guys will potentially have the height advantage tonight, but you also had 3 players that really played significant minutes that hadn't, and 3 sophomores, and Kaylee, Krissa, and also Piper. And what'd you like from those 3 in their first games last week?
They had a lot of nerves, and they're in the second quarter. I just threw them in. We needed to make a little change and adjust some things, and they did a great job. They just stepped up. They did what they needed to do. They're all hard-nosed kids. They're going to put pressure on people, body up. I'm just really pleased with them, and I just hope they continue to grow and improve throughout the year. Scott
City and Lamar meeting up for the first time here tonight, opening night of the Roundball Classic here. As Scott City coach Amy Felker joins me here pregame. Thanks again for the time here, Coach, and good luck to you guys.
Thanks, Adam.
That was Scott City Lady Beaver coach Amy Felker. Your pregame interview brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with Hugh and Berta Benz in Scottsdale and Leota. More to come in your pregame show. We'll have a breakdown of the matchup, also bring you starters, keys of the game, and the tip-off after this timeout. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
First National Bank of Scott City. One of the few places left that you could call today and speak with a person and be greeted at the door with a friendly face. Come see us at First National Bank, where you will feel at home. Let us help you with your banking needs, whether it be setting up a checking account, savings account, CD, or getting a loan for that new vehicle or home you have been dreaming about. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Transform your farm's future with premium hybrids, robust data, and unparalleled expertise from Axis Seed Red Barn. We partner with you to customize a plan featuring industry-leading seed that matches your unique soil and growing conditions, helping you to farm differently and making your operation more profitable. Contact us at www.redbarn.ag to gain access to premium seed proven to outperform. And go Beavers!
If you are in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained service and part staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles. Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides new and used vehicles. Stop on in and check out jrcarandtruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet and GMC dealership in Scott City.
BBN is supported by Norder Supply, Lone Tree Farms, Pioneer Communications, Beaver Booster Club, White's Food Liner, Scott City Eye Center, Shells, Flowers, and more, Scott City Pharmacy, Giftologists.
Come see us at First National Bank of Scott City, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
And welcome back here to Scott Community Events Center here for Beaver basketball tonight. The home opener for Scott City as they get set to take on the Lamar Lady Thunder out of Southeast Colorado. They're from the Tri-Peaks League, Class 4A, 3A combination for the Lamar Thunder there. And first time that Scott City's ever played Lamar in basketball, at least, and I'm sure they've crossed over in some other sports before, but at least my knowledge, it's first in basketball. Scott City over time, their 25th game since 1982 against teams from the Centennial State. The Lady Beavers are 14-10 all time. You have to go back to 1982 when they first played a team from Colorado in Cheyenne Wells, 82, and then 83. They played in a tournament. I believe that might have been in Goodland back in the late January 80s or mid 80s there, where they beat Cheyenne Wells, Colorado in both years. And then they'll have two more Colorado teams tomorrow night and Saturday evening here, with Coronado coming to town tomorrow and La Junta coming up on Saturday. But they've also faced Denver South, Fountain Fort Carson, Fort Lupton, and can't forget Lotus School of Excellence, and then the Palmer Ridge, Pine Creek, Pueblo schools as well. And so that's kind of who they matched up with in some of those tournaments over the years, and even some in the regular season. But, of course, Coronado here tomorrow night, and then Saturday evening with La Junta. First time Scott City and La Junta will match up here. I had a hard time finding some information on Lamar. I do know that they are a team coached by Brian Denning, and they have been off to a 2-1 start. They defeated Florence, Colorado 40-9 on the 28th of November on a Tuesday. 9 days ago, that's when they opened up their season, and then went to Alamosa, Colorado, and defeated Del Norte 37-12, and then lost to Alamosa 37-32. So they're averaging around 36.3 points per game through their first 3 games. And one of their top scorers, we do know for sure, is going to be Brooklyn Robbins. She's one of the juniors returning. She's averaged a year ago 13.5 points and 8.8 rebounds as a sophomore. Of course, now as a junior, one of the leaders on the team. Pretty young team this year. Just only one senior on their squad, and that's Riley Chavira, a senior. But they're a pretty young team overall. And their top 2 scorers coming in are going to be Robbins, we mentioned. Tatum Malinsky, also a junior, who a year ago averaged 4.2 points a game. They were a team that won 20 games a year ago. They were 20-5. They lost to Riverdale Ridge in the Sweet 16 in the playoffs in Colorado 2 years ago. They were 19-7. They lost to Platts Valley in the Grade 8. That's the Elite 8, Final 8 of the state tournament. And then 2021, a COVID-shortened year, they went 11-3 and lost to the Vanguard School in the round of 16. And 2019-20, they were 10-13. That was their last non-winning season. And so as for Scott City, they will have a pretty good lineup here coming back. And taking a look at Scott City, what a great performance they had in the loss. And, you know, Hoisington got hot from 3, but you know what? They were mostly contested shots there. And Kendall Gentry, also Erica Felker and Megan Trout each had 15 points in their game last Friday night against Hoisington. And even though they scored 65 points and fell by 11, that was still a great performance by the Lady Beavers, 76-65. They did a lot of good things. They were pretty consistent, trying to push the tempo, push the pace a little bit. But, there's some things also to work on, maybe tighten up their defense a little bit more. And they're going to get more involved with a lot of players here as the season goes on. And we saw that a little bit from them last week. And kind of unusual. We haven't seen much from Scott City playing, 8-9 deep in their bench, but they did, or 8-9 total players, I should say, and they did the other night. And we hadn't seen that really in the first 3 years of the coach Amy Felker era. So it really feels like she has her depth. They're really starting to build up a little bit more. And take a look at it. Really, for Scott City in the last 3 or 4 years, this is probably the oldest team, I guess you could say, with a lot of, even though they only have one senior, or two seniors, this year, 2 seniors this year, but really one of their older veteran teams, experienced teams in quite a while for Scott City. So we'll see if that pays dividends, but I'll tell you what, they've got opportunity to get a couple games, maybe 3 games if things work out here this year, or this weekend here. And ahead of them are the Lamar Lady Tigers, as I mentioned, a team that is has had a lot of experience winning a lot of bowl games over the last few years, and we'll see if Scott City can get their season opening win here tonight against the Lady Thunder of Lamar. Is once again coached by Brian Denning, and they held to, even though they lost to Alamosa last Saturday, they held them to 28% shooting. And so that's a pretty impressive mark there. And so you could tell that they do it strongly on defense, with giving up 9 points and 12 points and only 37 points. So maybe 40 points might be the mark this year or tonight here for Scott City. We shall see here in a few minutes. Of course, the boys' game just went final between Coronado and La Junta. It was Coronado with a 30-point victory. They pulled away in that second half, 64-34 with the La Junta Tigers. So Coronado, that's going to be a tough matchup tomorrow night for Scott City. They do return a good chunk of their team from a year ago that won only a handful of games, but they went, I believe it was 2-1 in their home tournament over the weekend, beat Garden City, and I believe beat Palmer Ridge, as well. And then the Coronado girls defeated La Junta 52-21. So see some good challenges tomorrow night for Scott City against the Coronado Cougars. And then Saturday, it'll be 5 o'clock and 6:30 here at the Event Center with Scott City and La Junta to wrap up the final day of the Clarion Inn Roundball Classic. Back to 6 teams this year here in Scott City and Garden City for this Roundball Classic. Let's take a 2-minute break. We'll have your starters, keys to the game, and we'll tip things off here momentarily between Scott City and Lamar. Back in 2 minutes. This is Scott City Beaver Basketball.
Scott City Eye Center has been a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Scott City community since 1999. Our experienced eye doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations that our Scott City Optometry office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. We use advanced diagnostic technology, and we are committed to improving the quality of life. Give yourself the gift of clear vision by scheduling an appointment with Dr. Joshua Gooden, OD, today.
At American Implement, we know that our farmers and ranchers are getting up and going to work every morning to provide food, fuel, and fiber for the world. And even though time and technology keeps us constantly changing, one thing will always remain the same. We promise that we'll continue working right beside you. We appreciate all that you do for our country and our communities. From all of us at American Implement, thank you. And may God bless the American farmer and rancher.
Call 620-872-5811.
Tatum Malinsky, her first. Felker to inbound it underneath their own basket. 32 seconds into the game, no score. Up top to Avery Lewis, goes right side to Felker, open for three, and that is good. Erica Felker, who hit just 2 threes on Friday night, knocks her first one down, leading the Beavers 3-0. Here was 7:15 to go, first period of play. Scott City hit 8 threes in that loss to Hoisington last Friday night. Lady Thunder with the basketball, a nice cut to the right post. Turnaround jumper rattling home for Brooklyn Robin. She gets Lamar on the board here with first minute into the game. 3-2 Scott City with the lead. Lady Beavers of the ball. In the left corner, Avery Lewis will try a triple. That one is short. Rebound, Cheyenne Kramer tips it to herself. And then she'll try to go up and gets it stolen away. And then she'll be calling for the holding foul. And that'll be her first and Scott City's first foul of the opening period. A good look for Lewis that time. Both teams with a foul apiece, and of course, first time maybe you're catching high school basketball this year, the rule changed. 5 fouls per quarter. They go like kind of what women's college basketball and the pros are. You get 5 fouls per quarter, and then the penalty, no more 1-on-1. Here's a 3 left wing, and it's drained for Brooklyn Robin. She has all 5 of Lamar's points, and they have their first lead with 6:25 to go first quarter at 5-3. So Robbins 2-2 from the field here early on. As they apply man-to-man pressure, Gentry now foul line to Megan Trout. Almost walked with it now up top to Gentry. Scott City resets. This is a pretty good defensive squad here from Lamar. They're going to call Gentry with a travel out high, and that'll be Scott City's second turnover. 5-3, Lamar leads with the ball. They've scored the last 5 points of the ball game as we approach the 6-minute mark of the opening quarter. Bounce pass right side goes over to Malinsky. Malinsky bounce now right wing. They want to go to Robbins. Guarded by Kramer, goes around right side, pulls up, kicks it back to the foul line. Jumper on the way, high off the glass, and no that time from Chavera. We got a whistle, and we got a tie-up underneath, and it'll belong to Scott City on the possession arrow. And we're going to see, nope, okay, I thought maybe at first we're going to see Lamar pick Scott City up in the full court, but they're going to go to half-court pressure instead. Here with 5:50 to go opening period. Scott City down by 2 early on with the ball, 5-3. Lamar with 5 in a row, all from Brooklyn Robbins. They're 2 of 3 from the floor. Now foul line to Cheyenne Kramer for the tie. Off the heel, rebound in the paint belongs to Brooklyn Robbins for Lamar. Had a good look, did Kramer, just couldn't connect. 5.5 to go first quarter. We'll see what the depth looks like for both these teams as we go on to this game. Ball fake. Robbins will drive right side. Now they get the pass underneath. Back to Robbins out high, guarded by Felker. Scott City goes to a 2-3 zone. They set a screen, and now in the paint. And the jumper too strong that time for Rodriguez, but rebounding it is still loose, and it's going to be tracked down by Malinsky out high off a couple of deflections. So Scott City not boxing out that time, and Lamar with another crack at it, 3 minutes in the game, driving in, jump stop over Lewis, short that time for Robbins, but a rebound, an offensive board, and 2 free throws for Chavera. 2 fouls on Scott City this quarter, and they may get Kramer for her second, and they do. Second team foul on Scott City is Mackenzie Metzger will be the first off the bench. Chavera free throw, misses everything on that. Got a little bit too much arch on that. As Kramer will check out, Scott City goes a little shorter now. Mackenzie Metzger had a 3.4 rebound performance against Hoisington last week. 5-3 is your score, 4:56 to go first quarter. Lamar with the lead, and now 6-3 is that one. She got a little bit more power underneath it, and the rainbow shot is down. She was 75% as a junior for the Lady Thunder. Now left corner to Avery Lewis, 6 in a row by Lamar. In it goes, good position by Kramer. Nice backdoor cut, but they got a push before. So they tried to get it to backdoor cutter, and Erica Felker, second foul on Lamar in this first quarter. That foul will be charged to Jocelyn Rodriguez. Said Jocelyn, it's Jocelyn Rodriguez. Lob in, it's going to be tipped alive, and Scott City with their third turnover. Steele, here's Lamar with the ball, and they'll get it poked away. Little miscommunication that time, and Scott City playing maybe a little tight here in this first quarter. Lamar feels a little bit more like they're playing a little bit more loose. I don't know if that's just because they have 3 games. Scott City just had 1, but here we go, and that's going to be a travel out high on Brooklyn Robbins. That'll be turnover number 2 on Lamar. Coach Dunning for Lamar, kind of a little surprised on that call. And both travels have been called on each side, kind of the same call as we near the midway point. Left wing goes over to Mackenzie Metzger. Up top to Avery Lewis. She'll be open for a 3 for the tie. No, it's off to left. The rebound ripped away that time by Rodriguez for Lamar. Still 6-3. Scott City has not scored in over 3 minutes. That was on the opening 3 by Erica Felker. They're now 1 of 4 from the floor, and Lamar is 2 of 5. Here in the early going, and 1 of 2 from the line. Just past the midway mark, almost stripped out of there. Back up top it goes. They'll go left side over to Malinsky. Malinsky weaves away around to the right elbow. Here's a 17-footer. Might have been partially blocked, or they'll say, yep, it will be. And that is the right call there. Is going to be Chris Irvin, the 5'5 sophomore. She'll replace Kendall Gentry. Irvin did not score, grabbed a rebound last Friday night. Now a right baseline jumper, no for 2. Good job by Mackenzie Metzger on the backside board for Scott City. That was put up by Robbins. Now in transition, Irvin eye off the glass, can't get the runner to go. And the rebound goes to Rodriguez, who grabs her second board of the quarter. 3.5 to go first quarter. Scott City working on a 4-minute drought, and now down by 5, and Malinsky left along the baseline from 15. 8 in a row for Lamar. They lead at 8-3. So we approach 3:20 to go first quarter. Scott City on a 4-minute drought, starting off ice cold from the floor. They go to Trout and then now to Irvin, back to Metzger. She'll try left side 3, misses wide, and that one is going to be ripped away. Boy, that's going to be a tie-up. Almost could have been called a foul over the back, but official says nope, tie it before that, and it'll belong to Lamar. So Scott City starting off a little cold from the floor here. 1 of 6. Lamar has hit 3 of their first 7. And 1 of 2 from the line. They lead at 8-3. Under 3 to go first quarter. Driving and bounce pass deflected. Still loose on the floor. Felker tried to get it, but she is going to be last to touch it, they'll say. Since Craig Wamsley and Jake Eichers, they talk things over, but good hustle. Still Lamar basketball. Lady Beavers just need to continue playing some pretty good defense here. They're in a 2-3 zone with it out high as Robbins. They'll go left and now up top to Malinsky. Let's go left to right in the front or around the perimeter. Now Metzger, she'll tie up. Good defense that time. She ties up Chavira trying to, or she picked up her dribble trying to go around or across that time. Metzger, and Scott City forces Lamar into their 3rd turnover. But, man, they need some points here. Down 8-3, 2:35 to go first quarter. Working on a 4.5-minute drought. Now into Trout the paint. She traveled. Oh, ooh. Scott, I looked from my view that Trout may have traveled, but then the official, Jeremy Dietz, on the backside, maybe saw hold, and that'll be team foul number 3 on Lamar. That's on Johnson Rodriguez. That's her 2nd. Team's 3rd as she'll check out here, and I believe that's Kitten Chavira in, now into Trout. She'll drive in and lose the ball off the foot of Lamar, and Kendall Gentry back into the Scott City lineup with 2.5 to go first quarter as Chris Irvin will check out. Lady Beavers have not scored since the 7:19 mark on the Erica Felker 3. 8 in a row by Lamar, and then wide open is Trout underneath. And she'll kiss it out the glass for her first 2, and that's Scott City's 2nd basket, down 3 with 2:23 to go first quarter at 8-5. A much-needed basket for Scott City. It ends about a 5-minute drought and an 8-0 Lamar run. Almost a walk up top. Malinsky with it. Scott City goes back to man defense. Almost, and yep, she did pick up the wrong foot, did Chloe Fernandez, the 4th Lamar turnover. 2:09 to go first quarter. Scott City down 3 at 8-5. Let's see if they can get their offense going here again. They've had some good looks here, just haven't been getting to go. Screen for Felker now, pick and roll here. That's going to be for Metzger. She's left alone for the tie. No, had a good look at it. Rebound, Megan Trout back out to Metzger. She'll try it again. This time off the back iron, off the top of the backboard. Avery Lewis times the jump and gets it. Back out to Metzger again with 1:45. Back to Lewis. She'll try this one from 17 left side. No. And the rebound goes to Malinsky for Lamar and a whistle. And they're going to get a tie-up, and it'll still be Lamar basketball. Man, Scott City had 3 good looks that time. Just could not connect as Kaylee Felker is in for the first time. 5'8" sophomore had 2 points and a couple of boards against Hoisington. And now it will be Mackenzie Metzger. The minute 30 to go first quarter. Lady Beavers down 3 at 8-5. Bounce pass almost too far, but reeled in by Fernandez. Ball deflected, and that's almost a turnover, but kept alive. Here's Robbins looking to drive in. Now he uses up a dribble, needs help to avoid a 5 count. Almost stolen away, and it is. Zipped away. Turnover number 5. Lead pass down the floor. Here comes Erica Felker. Drives in, puts it up. No, just a little strong. Trying to get it through the contact, and that'll be team foul number 4 on Lamar, as that's going to be the second foul on Tatum Malinsky. Now foul trouble here for Lamar. Malinsky with 2 and Rodriguez with 2. Felker to the line. She was 3 of 3 last week at Hoisington, and she is 4 of 4 on the year, and she has 4, and it's 8-6. Scott City with 4 in a row here. The minute 10 to go, first period of play. Here from Scott Community Event Center. Boys to follow at 7:30. Second free throw for Felker. That one left short. Rebound, Kaylee Felker reels it in. Oh, she traveled with it. And that'll be turnover number 4 on Scott City. Good effort, though, nonetheless. Scott City's been pretty good on the boards here. Actually, they've been out-rebounded by Lamar 7-6 here in this first quarter. As we're down to minute 5 here in this opening period. In for the first time is Mariah Gomez, a freshman for Lamar. Now stop and go. Here's Robbins, goes right side. Stopped to right baseline, and now here's a deep 2 on the way, short. And the rebound, Kendall Gentry tips it to herself in a nice defensive play. Lead pass to Trout down the floor. Drives in strong, puts it up high for glass. No, the trailer, Avery Lewis could not get it, and into the hands of Keaton Chavera for Lamar. Good effort there that time, but Scott City unable to convert. They trail by 2 with 35 seconds to go first quarter. Lamar on a 3-minute scoring drought. Robbins with it. She has 5 of their 8 points. And now a deep 2 on the way, and that is knocked down by Kelton Chavera. Her first basket, 10-6, 23 seconds to go first period of play. Scott City underneath the Trout, now back out high to Kaylee Felker. Oh, she throws it away. Turnover number 5, trying to get it to Avery Lewis. Down to 12 seconds to work first quarter. Scott City down by 4 at 10-6. Lamar with the ball, looking to add to the lead. With it is Robbins. Jump stop, she loses it. And Biddy will say last touch by Avery Lewis. Good defense staying in front of her. Does that allow Mackenzie Metzger and Piper Fox in for the first time? The 5'11 sophomore. Lady Beavers have already brought in 4 subs in this first quarter. Lamar 7 to work here in the opening frame. Lamar to inbound it. Avoids the 5 count, and now it's thrown away and it hasn't been touched yet. And Mackenzie Metzger with the steal. Here's Kendall Gentry, reels it in, puts it up. No, she rushed her shot, and that's the end of your first quarter. Scott City will trail by 4 as we head to the second at 10-6 to Lamar. Back in 1 minute, this is Scott City basketball.
Women at every stage of life want a healthcare experience uniquely theirs, where excellence meets elegance and healthcare is personalized just for you. Scott County Hospital and Scott City Clinics, skilled physicians and nurses will help your family prepare for the birth of your baby. The private, comfortable, secure rooms for labor, delivery, and postpartum care include jacuzzi tubs for pain management during labor. Call Scott City Clinic to set an appointment today. We put our heart in healthcare.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. To learn more, visit us online at scottcf.org.
Equal housing lender.
Shooting in the first quarter. 9, both teams 1-2 at the line. It's Lamar 10, Scott City 6 as we head to the It'll be Scott City basketball. Kaylee Felker, Erica Felker, Metzger, Kendall City as Lamar will set up in a Felker up top to McKinsey. Kendall Gentry up and rattles in and out and back home. Her first basket, and Scott City back to within 2 at 10-8. 7:45 to go first half, and Much needed basket there for Scott City. Lamar with their first possession. Brooklyn Robbins, a stop and pop deep three. Off the rim, no. Rebound, Fox will track it down for Scott City, and the Lady Beavers can tie it or take the lead here with a triple or three-point play. Here's Felker with it, gets a screen. That's Erica, drives right side, splits the defenders. One added two at Hoising. And on that, City. Scott City's forced 2 turnovers, but then they've turned it back over, and all the plays been on this Lamar end here for a while. And then Kramer, the thief again for a third time this quarter in consecutive possessions for Lamar. Felker with it up top, gets a screen, almost drug the pivot foot backside. Here's Lewis from 15, left side, no. Rebound ripped away that time by Robbins, their third board of the night. 16-12 Scott City, 3:40 to go first half here from the Event Center. Opening night of the Roundball Classic. First time Lamar has been in this Roundball Classic is that time Brooklyn Robbins just got it in the front court to avoid the 10 count. Left baseline to Malinsky. Uses upper dribble, needs help, finds once again Robbins. Lewis has the assignment on her right now. Up top it goes to Shavira. Shavira bounce pass deflected, stolen away again by Scott City. 4th straight turnover by Lamar. Here's Felker, 2-on-1 numbers to Lewis in transition. Layup too strong. Right to Felker, no. Follow up. Rebound Megan Trennan. She's going to be tied up. It'll belong to Lamar on the possession arrow. Oh, those are ones that Scott City will love to have back. Mackenzie Metzger back in. She'll replace Kendall Gentry with 3:08 to go first half. And, man, Lady Beavers missing a couple from point blank there. Leading this one by 4 at 16-12. 3 minutes to go first half. With the dribble is, once again, Brooklyn Robbins. Bounce pass over right side, and then Felker with another steal. 5th consecutive steal for Scott City. Can she get this layup to go? She does on the left side with the left hand. She has 6. 18-12 with 2:46 to go first half. Lady Beavers with their largest lead. They're on a 12-2 run in this second quarter in the first 5.5 minutes. Brooklyn Robbins with it, gets a screen. She goes right, and then good help defense, and another steal. That's the 6th in a row for Scott City, and then they lose it right back out of bounds on a pass. Their turnover number 8. They have forced 14 Lamar turnovers in this first half, and 6 possessions in a row. Lamar has turned it over. 2:20 to go second quarter with the ball. Here's Brooklyn Robbins after she dribbles it behind her back, needs help, and gets it up top right to Malinsky. Tatum Malinsky, the junior, holds it, goes right, gets a screen. She go right baseline, goes around Kramer and draws a hand check or hold. That'll be Kramer's third with 2:10 to go second quarter, and the team's third of the quarter. Tough break that time for Kramer. Is back in for Lamar is Riley Shavira. Also Kendall Gentry is shy, and Kramer checks out for Scott City. Lady Beavers up 6, Lamar has not scored in 6 minutes. They will not, their time as they get a good shot for Rodriguez, backside board. Here's Scott City in transition. Kendall Gentry tries to go up in a blocking foul on Kelton Shavira. That'll be her first, and the team's third of the quarter. Gentry hit the deck that time. Somehow Metzger got it down there to Kendall Gentry after the miss and the rebound. They're going to say actually it's a foul on the floor. It was behind the basket, so that was probably the right call. Into Lewis, now left corner to Felker, open for 3, and that is rimming around. Rebound, Lewis with the putback. Lewis with 4 all in this quarter, 20-12, 1:55 to go first half. Scott City on an 11-0 run and a 14-2 second quarter run here to go up by 8. Minute 45 to go before recess. Lewis with 4 points, 2 offensive boards. here in this first half in a balanced scoring attack. Good defense up high, but they're going to get the hack on Kendall Gentry. A little bit too tight a defense, her second, and that was the final foul to give of the quarter for Scott City with 97 seconds. In is going to be Chris Irvin replacing Kendall Gentry. Also, Kaylee Felker is going to check in here and replace Megan Trout. Cheyenne Kramer already with 3 fouls for Scott City. Jocelyn Rodriguez, Tatum Malinsky with 2 fouls for Lamar. They get a backdoor feed ball deflected, a good defense. 15th Lamar turnover in this first half. Scott City has 11 steals. Scott City can add to their 8-point lead. Here's Mackenzie Metzger driving right baseline, gets the ball knocked out of bounds with 1:27 to go first half. Still going to be Lady Beaver ball underneath their own basket. Up 20-12. Lamar has not had a field goal in this second quarter, and they'll feed it in to Chris Irvin. She'll take the open 2. Misses it wide right, deflected to Metzger. Her follow wide left. Rebound Erica Felker to drive and gets a strip going up and picked up by Kaylee Felker. Now she pivots, deflected out to Erica Felker. Drives the right baseline, dribbles behind the back, cut off up top to Metzger. Drives straight down Broadway, throws up a shot short. Might have been partially blocked by Robbins, who grabs the board. Scott City with the opportunities that time, but misfiring on all of them with a minute to go first half. 20-12 is your score. Lady Beavers have missed a lot of tough shots here. Now checking up a 3 left side and burying it is Brooklyn Robbins for her second 3. She has 8 of their 15 points with 48 seconds to go first half. 20-15. Scott City's played them in this first half. And now to Kaylee Felker. Needs help. Finds it around. Here's Mackenzie Metzger. Can she get one to go? She does. Her first basket. 22-15 with 30 seconds to go first half. Had a nice open look there on the left side from 15. Lady Beavers will go, or Lamar, may go for the final shot of the half. Scott City doesn't have any more fouls to give Lamar with it, but they will almost lose it. 14 seconds to go. Bounce pass to the right block to Robbins. Goes over Lewis, leaves it short. Rebound Avery Lewis. Scott City's done a great job on her in the first half. Lead pass. Here's Metzger with 5 seconds. Right-handed layup. Yes, she has the last 4 for Scott City. That was threaded through by Erica Felker. Here's a 3/4 court shot. Well short. And Scott City will take a 24-15 lead into the locker room over the Lamar Lady Thunder. Halftime show to begin after this 3-minute break. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
They said this place was too isolated to call home. They said it was too remote to build a community. And then one day, a farmer strung a copper wire from one fence post to another and changed everything. We didn't build the communities of Southwest Kansas. No, we just brought them together.
There's nothing more spacious than Western Kansas, and nobody closer than our communities. We are determined to keep our communities connected to schools, kids to teachers and parents. We believe a connected world is a better place. We're more than what we do for our hometowns. It's what we do with our hometowns. S&T is proud to be your family, your friends, your neighbor.
Scott City Eye Center has been a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Scott City community since 1999. Our experienced eye doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations that our Scott City Optometry Office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. We use advanced diagnostic technology, and we are committed to improving the quality of life. Give yourself the gift of clear vision by scheduling an appointment with Dr. Joshua Gooden, OD, today.
At American Implement, we know that our farmers and ranchers are getting up and going to work every morning to provide food, fuel, and fiber for the world. And even though time and technology keeps us constantly changing, one thing will always remain the same. We promise that we'll continue working right beside you. We appreciate all that you do for our country and our communities. From all of us at American Implement, thank you. And may God bless the American farmer and rancher.
That first half, as they forced Lamar into 15 turnovers, Scott City had 11 steals, and then at one point had 6 turnovers and 6 steals there in a row. As Scott City with a 9-point lead here at the break, 24-15. As we take a look at the scoring, Brooklyn Robbins with 8 points here to lead the Lamar Lady Thunder. Also, they had 4 from Tatum Malinsky, 2 from Keaton Chavir off the bench, and 1 from Riley Chavir at the foul line. We'll get to some of their other stats here. They had a total of 7 fouls, as I mentioned, 15 turnovers and 3 steals. They did pretty good on the defensive glass, 11 defensive, 2 offensive, for a total of 13 rebounds. Also for Scott City in the first half, they had a total of 15 rebounds, 6 on the offensive and 9 on the defensive. But they were led in scoring. It was a balanced attack. Erica Felker was 6, 5 for Kendall Gentry. Mackenzie Metzger, 5 also for Megan Trout. And then 4 each from Mackenzie Metzger and Avery Lewis in the first half. Lady Beavers, they did have a total of 6 fouls. They had 8 turnovers. And I mentioned they had 11 steals, a total of 15 rebounds. Lady Beavers with a pretty good lead here in the first half, outscoring Lamar 18-5 in that second quarter to build a 9-point lead at 24-15. We'll come back with more in your halftime show in 3 minutes here. This is Scott City Beaver basketball. When you want plain talk,
women at every stage of life want a healthcare experience uniquely theirs, where excellence meets elegance and healthcare is personalized just for you. Scott County Hospital and Scott City Clinic's skilled physicians and nurses will help your family prepare for the birth of your baby. The private, comfortable, secure rooms for labor, delivery, and postpartum care include jacuzzi tubs for pain management during labor. Call Scott City Clinic to set an appointment today. We put our heart in healthcare.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. To learn more, visit us online at scottcf.org.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 controls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
For exceptional service in real estate, put Stephanie Shapland at Shapland Real Estate to work for you. Property homework is what we do best at Shapland Real Estate. We put forth every effort to get results that move you. Our expertise in buying and selling residential, commercial, and agriculture property is built on the tradition of trust and thoroughness that you deserve. Chaplin Real Estate takes pride in our community and in cheering on our students in all that they do. Give Chaplin Real Estate a call or visit our website
Don't let
today.
Christmas shopping be stressful. Ease the stress with a trip to your Christmas shopping destination, Giftologist in Scott City and Leota. Inside Giftologist, Santa's helpers have the store stocked full of great gift ideas. You either line up fine jewelry, collegiate items, home decor, and more. Also, check out their variety of popular cookware and gifts for the kids. Why go out of town when you can get quality stocking stuffers at great prices? Don't forget that Giftologist can wrap your gift. The country oven baked goods are available daily. Ease the stress of Christmas shopping with a visit to Giftologist in Scott City and Leota.
Scott City with a 24-15 leader on the girls' side here at the break. As we're back here in Scott City at the Event Center, Adam Kadavy with you here. Let's take a look at some first half stats. First for the Lamar Lady Thunder, coming in at 2-1 on the year, as they were 4 of 16 from the floor in that first half. In fact, after they were, well, that's not right, they were 5 of 16 from the field. They only hit 1 field goal in that entire second quarter, but they were 5 of 16, as I mentioned, from the field. That's well under 33%. So that is about 31%. They were 2 of 3 on threes. They were all taken by Brooklyn Robbins. Scott City did not leave her much to shoot from downtown in the first half. Lamar 2 of 13 on 2-point baskets, from the foul line at 3 of 4. For Scott City, they were 9 of 29 in the first half. They got up a lot of shots, but could not convert on part of them, and they shot 31% from the floor in the first half. They were just 1 of 7 on threes, 8 of 22 on twos, and 3 of 5 from the charity line. Also, some other first half stats. Once again, or foul trouble, I should say, for both sides. For Lamar, they had Tatum Malinsky with 2, Jocelyn Rodriguez with 2. Scott City had 2 from Kendall Gentry and 3 from Cheyenne Kramer. Opening night of the Roundball Classic, Scott City, or Lamar and Altus, Oklahoma, currently underway down at the Garden in Garden City. They're tied at 21 right before halftime, as they're the final seconds. Coronado girls over La Junta earlier today, 52-21. The Coronado boys over La Junta, 64-34. Second half officially underway. It is Scott City's ball with Erica Felker, Kendall Gentry, Avery Lewis. Screen for Erica Felker, drives in and draws the contact. And that'll be on Rodriguez. That'll be her third foul with 7 seconds into the third quarter. First team foul this third quarter. Felker to the line where she's 1 of 2 tonight. Scott City there 3 of 5. Lamar once again 3 of 4. That free throw is good, and she has the game high, or team high 7. 25-15, first double-digit lead by either side here tonight. 7 seconds into this third quarter, Erica Felker opened the first half with scoring, and she's opened the second half with the scoring as well. Hopefully that's a good omen as Lady Beavers extend their lead to 11. Lamar had the lead 10-6 after 1. They had an 8-0 lead run in that first quarter, as they have their first possession, and Felker steps in front of the passing lane in the steal. She'll go left side, get stripped going up. That went off for, they'll say last touch by Lamar. I thought that might have went off her leg. The Lady Beavers dodge a bullet there with 7:38 to go. It was a tough angle for the official to probably see that, or the two officials that were nearby, as they get it up top to Cheyenne Kramer. All turns down the three. She's quickly guarded up top to Erica Felker. Felker holds it, puts it on the floor once, now left to Avery Lewis. Lewis finds a cutter. Kramer, nice dish to Trout. Layup left side, yes. Good ball movement, and Scott City patient for the points, 30-15, with make that 28-15 with 7:20 to go third period. Good ball movement by Scott City on that possession, and Trout now with a half a dozen. Here's Malinsky, or correction, that is Shavir with it. Hands it off here to Robbins. Pulls up for 3. No. Rebound loose. Picked up, though, and a 2 on the way. No from Fernandez off an offensive board, and the rebound goes to Scott City in transition. A little bit too high for Kendall Gentry, and Scott City commits turnover number 9. Good idea that time by the Lady Beavers. 1 minute into this second half, Scott City with a 28-15 lead. They trailed by 4 going into the first quarter. Since then, they've been on a 22-5 run. Driving in, backing in as Robbins puts up a tough shot. No. Rebound to Megan Track, grabs her 5th board of the night for Scott City. Lewis has frustrated Robbins all night. Good defense. Lewis with it left wing extended. Now finds short corner left to Kramer, back to Lewis. 6:28 here in the third. Scott City with a 28-15 lead in the ball. Here's Kendall Gentry, drives left, gets a strip. It has enough time to reel it back in. You got number 2 guarding number 2. Foul line, Kramer. Lewis for 3, right side. Oh, too strong. Gets her own rebound on a long rebound. Her third offensive board of the night. And now Kramer from downtown. Oh, a little strong that time. And that'll be a whistle and a foul on Scott City on the rebound. That'll be their first of the half. Good look from Kramer that time. And that'll be on Avery Lewis, her first. Team's first of the second half, and also the third quarter. I'm still used to saying that. Lady Beavers with a 28-15 lead, and Brian Dunning for Lamar wants time. It's going to be a full. Let's come back in 1 minute. Scott City up by 13. 2 minutes into the second half. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
Mix 94.5 KSKL Scott City, powered by Wheatland Electric, committed to improving the lives of their members and the community they serve. Wheatland Electric, delivering energy for life, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
6:01 to go third quarter. Lady Beavers with a 13-point lead at 28-15. It'll be Lamar out of their timeouts in the front court as they get it into Brooklyn Robbins. She'll be guarded once again by Lewis to Tatum Malinsky. Malinsky give and go to Robbins, left stripped out of there by Kramer. Good help defense. Scott City has played good defense. And you can tell maybe a little frustration for Malinsky or for Robbins here tonight is you can tell definitely their leading scorer. They get it backside. Fernandez right side. Now go backside, stolen away. Avery Lewis with another steal, but then taken right back by Lamar. Don't know if you can call that a turnover for turnovers. There wasn't full possession there, but good effort by Scott City. 5:40 to go third quarter. Entry feed the left block to Rodriguez. Guarded by Trout, now extended in the left corner to Robbins. Robbins guarded by Lewis. Scott City has played good man-to-man defense. Robbins with the ball move and now looking to hand it off, does so to Fernandez for deep two. No rebound. Kendall Gentry with her fourth rebound of the night. Good defensive trip for Scott City. Driving in as Gentry. Pull it past to Lewis, who couldn't handle the pass, and that'll be turnover number 10 on Scott City. Here comes Lamar with the ball. Robbins left to right with 5:12 to go third quarter. 28-15, Scott City lead. And then Felker strips it right out of Fernandez's hands. 17th Lamar turnover. Here comes the Lady Beavers in transition. Gentry backside to Avery Lewis off the glass. Yes! Lewis with a half a dozen, and it's a doubled up score, 30-15 with 4:55 to go here in the third stanza. Scott City with the first 6 points of the second half. They're on a 21-3 run over the last 9 minutes of the game. Driving in, here's Robbins. Now left side, here's a deep two with the feet on the line. Clanking off, rebound tipped, and here's Felker with a run out here. Felker is going to take this one all the way. Her layup is good. She has 10. Timeout for Lamar and a frustrated Brian Dunning. 32-15 with 4:34 to go third quarter. We're going to take another full timeout. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Go with the proven winner. I'm Michael Trout from State Farm in Scott City. When it comes to auto insurance, we score big with our policyholders. We score on competitive rates, on customer service, and on satisfaction and speedy claim handling. Let us quote your autos today and make you a part of the Trout State Farm team. Call or stop by Michael Trout State Farm and you can be assured of our personal best. Go with the winner, Michael Trout State Farm, Scott City.
Great American flag in Dodge City.
A 32-15 lead here for Scott City. They've opened up with the first 8 points of this second half. Scott City Lamar with the ball out of their timeout. They're down to 2. Right side, here's a deep 2 from 16. Nothing but net. Chavera with the first field goal. She has 3. That breaks a 12-0 Scott City run, their first points of the half. 32-17, 4:17 to go first half. Or third quarter, excuse me. Into Avery Lewis. Bounce pass up top. Mackenzie Metzger will try it for a triple. That one crawls off. Rebound, Trout. She'll go up through contact, and she's got a 2 free throw opportunity coming up. That foul on Keaton Chavera, her second, and the team's second of the period as we're at the midway point of the third period. Trout at the foul line. Nothing but out on her first. She has 8 tonight. 33-17. 4:06 here in this third quarter. Second free throw on the way. That one left a little short. Lewis almost with a push over the back. They'll say she was the last to touch it. Scott City is now 3 of 4 in the third quarter at the line. 6 of 9 for the night. Lamar, 3 of 4. Halfway mark, third quarter, 16-point Scott City advantage, 33-17. With it is Brooklyn Robbins, and that one's going to be almost thrown away. It'd be a tie-up at half court, and then we're going to get a tie-up. Oh, you can see a little aggression there and a little anger from Kramer trying to rip away that tie-up, but it'll still be Lady Thunder possession here with 3:52 to go third quarter. This has been a tenacious defensive effort by Scott City tonight. I don't know if I want to say tenacious or Doberman-like. I kind of like a little bit more Doberman-like. Pull up from the left elbow, and that is too strong for Robbins. She has 8 points on the night, and Trout collects another rebound for Scott City. Lady Beavers up by 16 with 3.5 here in the third at 33-17. Right corner goes to Avery Lewis. Lewis entry feed in, a little bit too high for Trout, and that'll be turnover number 11 on Scott City. 3:20 to go third quarter down the left sideline. Tatum Malinsky now up top, guarded by Metzger. Crossover dribble, trying to find an opening, but now stuck in the paint. Gets it out to Keaton Chavera. Guarded tightly by Felker. Gets a screen, goes right side. Right baseline is cut off. Good rotating defense and switching defense by the Lady Beavers. And Metzger was going to go for a steal, and she's going to draw the tie-up out high and force Lamar into their 18th turnover. Another steal tonight for the Lady Beavers. Kendall Gentry in. Cheyenne Kramer out with 3:03 here in the third. It's kind of a 1-2-2 or 1-3-1 or 1-2-1-1 look here. Here's Felker driving in, draws the blocking foul and 2 free throws. That foul will be on Keaton Chavera. She has 2 in the quarter, 3 for the game with 2:50. Nope, correction. That'll be on Maria Gomez, her second, third of the quarter. And Erica Felker, who has the game-high 10 points, 4 in this period, and make it 5 to extend the lead to 34-17. It's also been a 10-2 run in this third quarter. 2:55 to go third frame. Scott City looking for the first win of the year. And that one rims off on the second. The rebound into the hands of Brooklyn Robbins. She has 5 boards on the night. Scott City has doubled up Lamar here. Team that doesn't give up a lot of points per game, even last year. Here's a runner right side. No, rebound Kendall Gentry for Scott City. She grabs another board. Career tying 5 boards. Felker stops. Left side to Gentry. She'll try a 3. That's off to the right. Rebound Metzger tries to get the rebound, and it's going to be won by Chavera, who will win the rebounding battle. Good look for Gentry up top. Jocelyn Rodriguez in to replace Maria Gomez with 2:38 here in the third. Scott City with a 17-point advantage, 34-17. Brooklyn Robbins in the front court with it. Now goes left side with the pass at the wing to Chavira. Chavira with it, almost stolen away by Metzger, slipped on the floor. Now to Malinsky, gets the screen, goes to the right elbow jumper, no. Rebound backside, follow, no. That time for Chavira in the rebound. Here's Metzger, lead pass down the floor to Felker, and transition layup, no, and a foul. And that one right in the living room of Brody Spear for the Beaver Broadcasting Network, the camera. Oh, my. That is the fourth foul on Rodriguez. With 2:09 to go third quarter, the last foul to give for Lamar this quarter, and Felker's now missed back-to-back free throws. Second free throw coming, and Erica sinks that one. She now has 12 on the night, 35-17 with 2:09 to go third quarter. Scott City's only committed one foul this third period. And into the front court is Robbins for the final 2 minutes. Robbins, nice give, cutting up top. Chavira at the foul line. Here's a deep two on the way. That one's off to the right for Malinsky, and that one's going to trickle or be saved into play to Avery Lewis for Scott City. And now with it, Felker pushes it to Kendall Gentry, trying to drive in, and she's going to be called for a travel before she attempts the shot, and Scott City commits turnover number 12. 3 in for Scott City: Kaylee Felker, Chris Irvin, and Piper Fox. Megan Trout, Erica Felker, and Avery Lewis exit. With 1:44 left in this third. Scott City with the 35-17 lead. They trailed by 4 after the first quarter, 10-6. And they've been on a 29-7 run since. Malinsky with it, and we got a whistle and a pushing foul up top. That'll be the second on Scott City this quarter. That'll be on the first on Mackenzie Metzger. With 88 third quarter seconds to go. Lady Beavers also trying to snap a 5-game losing streak that trails back from last year as well. And whistle, they step out of bounds. Does Keaton Chavira. Another turnover for Lamar, their 19th of the night. They've cut down the turnovers in this third quarter. Scott City at one point had 6 consecutive turnovers forced in that second quarter. Cut off, and now with it is Gentry. Nice position to Piper Fox, and she'll get 2 free throws. Looking for her first varsity point since Ulysses here on this court a year ago in February. That foul will be charged to Keaton Chavira, her third with 1:08 to go. Lamar with their 15th foul of the quarter. Free throw for Fox. She left a little short, but she'll get another one. The 5'11 sophomore at the line. Scott City's gone 4 deep in the bench tonight. They've all played significant minutes. Fox sinks 1 out of 2, 36-17, 1:08 to go third quarter. Lamar has not scored since about the 4:19 mark of this third quarter when they pulled it within 32-17. That's been their only points of this quarter. 58 seconds, driving in strong. We're going to get a push on Kendall Gentry. That'll be her third team foul for Scott City. When you look at it, when you're up by 19 and you only have 2 team fouls, that's really not a bad foul with 56.6 to go third quarter. It's a foul on the floor, no shooting foul. And they'll get it up top to a wide open Robbins for 3, and she'll get that one to crawl off. Her struggles continue, and Fox with the rebound for Scott City, her 3rd board of the night. Lady Beavers up by 19. Final minute of this third quarter. Left side to Chris Irvin, drives left side. Kicks, trying to get it out to Metzger. Ball deflect. She slipped on the court, and that's going to be over and back. And that'll be a Scott City turnover, their 13th of the night, as Erica Felker in for Kendall Gentry. Lady Beavers do have 1 foul to give with 39.6 to go third quarter. They've outscored Lamar 12-2 in this third quarter. Lady Beavers have won it with defense here tonight. Have forced several turnovers, cold shooting here for Lamar, and then ball stripped out of bounds. Last touch by Scott City's Malinsky attacked the basket. Still going to be Lady Thunder ball here with 33 seconds here in the third. I'll get it right baseline. Here's Chavira, jumper 2, strong. Fox with another board for Scott City. 25 seconds left here, third quarter. Final few seconds. Up top to Metzger. Left side to Erica Felker looking to entry feed it in. Here's Piper Fox. Right side, Kaylee Felker for a 2. Misses wide left. And the rebound and the whistle. We're going to get a holding foul on Fox. That'll be her first. That's the final foul to give of the quarter for Scott City. With 10.8 to go third quarter. So 10.8 here in this third quarter. Lady Beavers with a 36-17 lead. Down to 7, 6, 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2 seconds. Here's a 3 on the way. Short follow-up, no. And that's how your third quarter comes to an end. It's 36-17 Scott City as they outscore Lamar 12-2 in that third quarter to go up by 19 heading into the fourth. We'll come back in 1 minute for the final period of play. This is Scott City basketball.
The world needs more farmers. People who know the land. People who support rural communities. People who are as diverse as each acre they care for. But unless you've been born and raised on a family farm, it's nearly impossible to become a farmer. That's why we are building a team of people from our hometown and across the world to do what they love. We are not just a family farm. We are a multi-family farm. We are Volgamore Family Farms.
City where they have compassionate care for all of God's creatures.
It's only the beginning. Gravity Wellness welcomes you to their new location in Scott City. Join Gravity Wellness for their holiday open house, Tuesday, December 12th, 5:15 to 6:30 p.m. at 104 Albert Avenue. The Gravity Girls are ready to bring health and wellness through all their services to you. Giveaways include BioT hormone pellet therapy, lab work, hair removal, laser treatments, and more. The holiday open house, December 12th at Gravity Wellness in Scott City.
Fourth quarter set to begin. It'll be Scott City's ball with a 19-point lead at 36-17. Kendall Gentry looking for her first 3 of the night. Off to the right. Crashing the board is Avery Lewis, and she'll get pushed, and that might be it on Jocelyn Rodriguez. If that's the case, she'll be disqualified here 10 seconds into the fourth quarter, and it is on her. She'll foul out with no points and 7:50 to go. First team foul of the fourth quarter, and in for her will be Maria Gomez. Maria Gomez will replace her. This is still a pretty young team for Lamar. Just one senior on their squad. Right corner to Felker here with 7:45 to go. Skips it over left side to Kendall Gentry. Gentry underneath. Nice dish. Avery Lewis with her 8th point of the night. 38-17 the end. Selfish play with 7:35 to go. That was a beautiful play that time by Gentry to Lewis for her 8th point of the night. Scott City up by 21. With it is Brooklyn Robbins, who leads Lamar with 8. Scott City led by Erica Felker's 12. Season high of points given up by Lamar. That clips the 37 points they gave up against Alamosa. But right now, Lamar might be on their season low as Cheyenne Kramer continues to rack up the steals. And another turnover. This is Gentry this time. Can't get the bank shot to go. Oh, man. I tell you, she's done everything right, but has scored a few times tonight. And the rebound to Malinsky for Lamar. First minute of this fourth quarter, 38-17. Lady Beavers with a 21-point advantage. And a whistle and a blocking foul up high. That might be on Gentry. Nope, that'll be on Kramer. That'll be her 4th. With 6:55 to go. Kramer's been scoreless tonight, but she's got a slew of steals. Lamar might have the police department on speed dial, just as many steals as she's had tonight. 6:50 to go. Malinsky with it. Uses upper dribble, needs help. Trying to avoid a 5 count, just gets it over left to Chavera. And now the foul line. This is Riley Chavera. Pivots, 1 dribble, now back up top. Going right side, and that's going to be a double dribble on Keaton Chavera, the sophomore. 21st Lamar turnover of the night. They've cut down their turnovers in the second half, but the points just haven't been there for them. 38-17, 6:35 remaining here in Scott City girls game. With it is Trout now to Felker for 2. Short rebound, crashing the boards is Gomez for Lamar. Felker trying to go for her 14th point of the night. She's a lone player either side in double figures. Lamar has not scored here in 6 minutes. They've had some very, very lengthy droughts here tonight. Right now it's 17 points in 20 25 minutes, almost 26, and there's the shot missing wide left, but getting a rebound and the follow-up for a 10th point, that time for Robbins. Scott City is stuck to her like glue all night, 38-19, 2 minutes into this fourth quarter. Their first field goal in over 6 minutes. And also breaks a 6-0 Scott City run. Lady Beavers have had some big runs tonight of 11, also 12 and 6 to turnover. Scott City's turnover, back it goes to Lamar with 5:40 to go. 38-19 Lady Beaver lead. Lamar had an 8-0 run in the first quarter. Nice backdoor cut opportunity, but misplayed that time and a turnover. (38-19) Scott City, 5:32 remaining in this one. Lady Beavers looking to get their first win of the year. They're well on their way to it. Here with 5:24 to go. Gentry, through the hands of Avery Lewis, may have lost her focus on that one. Scott City with their 14th error of the night. Here's Lamar in transition with its spin move, losing the dribble, and now saving the possession was Robbins. The 2 on the way, misses wide left for Shavera. Gentry with another rebound, her 6th. Here's Felker in transition. She'll take it all the way, goes to right, and she's going to be called for the charge. That time planting her feet underneath was Keaton Shavera. Felker's second, team's first of the fourth quarter with 5:05 to go. And sub in will be Chloe Fernandez. That time Felker went to her right that time, trying to go around Shavera and ran right into her. 5 minutes to go. Both teams with 2 points apiece here in this fourth quarter. It's 38-19 Lady Beaver edge. Lamar 2-1 on the air. Scott City 0-1. And here's a shot up, and it crawls off for Robbins. In the backside board, Kendall Gentry bringing out the Windex with another board. Up top to Erica Felker here with 4:43 left. Gentry back up top to Erica Felker now to... Here's Mackenzie Metzger. Gentry in left corner. Can she get a 3 to go down? No. Scott City's only hit 1 3 tonight as Mackenzie Metzger with an offensive board. Now here's Erica Felker to Trout. Metzger will try a 3. That is short. Rebound tipped around and in the hands of Lamar, and they're going to get a hack on the Lady Beavers, their third foul of the fourth quarter with 4:22 to go. The Lady Beavers with another foul. That foul on Megan Trout, just her first. That's the third of this fourth quarter. Comes with 4:22 to go. Lady Beavers on a 3-minute scoring drought. In fact, both teams really struggling scoring the ball here in the final frame. 38-19 is your score. Left baseline cut off. Now almost a steal, still loose, and then tipped up. Good job by Robbins to get it up, tip it up to her teammate here. And now driving in here is Chloe Fernandez and a deep 2. Oh, it's banked in. Tatum Malinsky with her second field goal. She has 6, and it's 38-21. 3:50 to go in this one. Oh, she banked it in. Kendall Gentry with it up top. Now they're working around right side to Mackenzie Metzger. Drives right side to Gentry. Now they're working up top to Felker. Good ball movement by Scott City. Mackenzie Metzger uses up one dribble. Kendall Gentry in the left corner. Now to Trout, mid-post left underneath the Lewis. Will go up and miss it strong. A lot of contact. They let it play through. And the rebound goes to Lamar. 3:25 to go. Scott City up by 17, 38-21. With it is Malinsky. She'll drive to the foul line. Her jumper, no. Rebound. Ooh, Trout couldn't quite get the rebound over Gomez, who missed the shot. Now Metzger with the board for Scott City. They're kind of letting him play here down the stretch. Gentry, can she get that one to go? Oh, my goodness. She does track down her own offensive board after the missed 3, and now here's Metzger for 3. No. Trout, power dribble, goes up high off the glass. No, but she's going to get 2 free throws. Looking for her second straight double-figure performance. Team foul number 2 of the quarter on Lamar. And that's the 4th foul on Keaton Chavera with 2:53 to go. Just their second, as I mentioned, in the period. 2 free throws for Trout. First one, nothing but nylon. Lady Beavers now 8 of 14 for the line. They lead at 39-21 with 2:53 left. Coronado tomorrow night. La Junta Saturday. And Trout now in double figures for a second straight game, 40-21. Had the feeling coming in maybe that the first to 40 way that Lamar plays defense. First to 40 may win this one. Here's a pull-up jumper rimming in and out for Robbins, and Scott Sitter with another board. Here's Felker looking down court, 2:35 to go. She'll take this one out of the way. Her runner. Oh, my goodness. That was a good sell that time by Lamar on the charge. I think that might have been Shaver who drew the foul on Felker, her third. Boy, that was a good sell with 2:34 to go. Fourth team foul of the fourth quarter. Final foul to give before Lamar at the foul line with 2:34 to go. You could tell she was leaning back before there was even contact. And Robbins with it goes right side. Now over to Chloe Fernandez. They let that one go, and Gentry with a steal. Here's an uncontested layup. This one is good. She has 7, 42-21 with 2:13 to go. And the Lady Beavers have once again doubled up the lead on Lamar with a season-high 16 steals tonight. 4 to check in for the Lady Beavers. Next dead ball here with 2 minutes to go. Right side over to Chloe Fernandez, guarded by Metzger out high. Skips it over left side to Malinsky. Drives around Gentry, and they're going to get a whistle and a hand check. That'll be on Gentry. Her final foul to give of the game. With 1:53 to go, that's her fourth. So that's the fifth team foul on Scott City, I beg your pardon. That puts Lamar in the penalty. 2 free throws coming up with 1:53 to go. Malinsky is 2 for 2 from the line, has 6 points. 4 in for Scott City. Cheyenne Kramer, Kaylee Felker, Piper Fox, as well as Krista Irvin. As Malinsky, who has 6 tonight. Robbins and her have 16 of their 21 points. Here with 1:53 to go. And that one left a little short. Another free throw pending here. The junior Malinsky, a year ago, averaged 4.2 points a game, and she missed them both. But the rebound crashing the board was Robbins. She goes up, shot blocked by Fox, knocked it off of Robbins, who went up for it, and now out of bounds. It'll belong to Scott City. With 1:45 to go. Lady Beavers 1-1 on the year now, as they will have Coronado tomorrow night. Lamar will take on Altus, Oklahoma, and then Garden City on Saturday. With it is Kaylee Felker, left baseline to her sister Erica, now to Fox. Oh, trying to go backdoor Kramer. Now Felker a step back for a three, and that is good. Her second three of the night, 45-21 with 1:22 to go. And once again, good ball movement for Scott City as Metzger to check in next dead ball. Erica Felker with a game high 15. Matches her season high from Friday night. 45-21, 69 seconds to go. Checking up a 2, rimming off that time for Shavira. Rebound to Kaylee Felker for Scott City. Final minute of this one. Here's Piper Fox. Layup, no. Got her on rebound. Follow-up, crawls off, ripped away, and Felker trying to go up. We're going to get a whistle and a tie-up. It'll be Lamar ball on the possession arrow. Looks like Erica's night's done as Mackenzie Metzger in for Lamar. Will be Kaylee Gonzalez, as well as Tanaya Latour, sophomore. Here with 54 seconds to go. Lady Beavers 1-1 on the year. So improved to 15-10 all time against Colorado teams. Here's Chris Irvin with the steal. Bounce pass. Here's Fox. Layup good. Fox with her first basket of the year in varsity. 47-21 with 40 seconds to go. Lamar with the 24th turnover of the night. Scott City with their 17th theft. Ball knocked out by Fox out high with 31.9 to go. Lady Beavers with a 26-point advantage. Inbound in, is intercepted by Kramer. Oh, they call her for a double dribble with 28.7. Cheyenne Kramer, she has not scored tonight. She's been in foul trouble, but she has been a thief all night of Lamar passes. Bounce pass to Kaylee Gonzalez. 20 seconds to go in this one. Around a screen and maybe a carry, but then Kaylee Felker with another Scott City steal in the 26th. Lamar turnover. Pass down the floor to Chris Irvin into Fox. She'll put it up and score. She has the last four. 49-21 with 6 seconds to go here in this one. And Lady Beavers with a big rout here. They trailed 10-6 after one. They went on a 43-11 run to close the ball game. And they win it here tonight 49-21 over Lamar for the first win of the year. Lamar now at 500. They have dropped 2 in a row. They are now 2-2 on the year. Post-game show to begin after this 3-minute break. This is Lady Beaver basketball.
Western State Bank proudly supports Scott Community High School students and athletes as they prepare for another great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared for whatever life may bring you. Stop in and talk with the knowledgeable staff at Western State Bank, whether it be a new home loan, financing for your business, or any one of our checking and savings account options. We're here to help you. Make sure to check out all of our internet banking options provided at WSBKS.com. Western State Bank, member FDIC. And as always, go Beavers!
Sports have this amazing way of making a positive impact in our community, whether it's helping children, boosting local economies, or creating role models. That's our goal at American Implement, too. We believe in being a part of the communities we serve by just being a good neighbor. Thanks for being ours.
BBN is brought to you by American Implement, All-in-One Wash, B&H Paving, Fairley Company, Faroe Heating and Cooling, First National Bank, Great Western Tire, Harris Chiropractic,
997-5345 or in Scott City at 620-872-7226. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Lewis Automotive Group in Hayes, Dodge City, Garden City, Liberal, and Topeka treat the needs of each individual customer with paramount concern. They know you have high expectations, and as a car dealer, they enjoy the challenge of meeting and exceeding those standards each and every time. Allow Lewis to demonstrate their commitment to excellence. They encourage you to browse their online inventory, schedule a test drive, and investigate financing options. You can also request more information about a vehicle using their online form. For more information, go online to buylewis.com, where you always get it for less.
Welcome to the Scott City Ace Hardware Postgame Show. Scott City Ace Hardware, located on South Main Street in Scott City. They invite you to come by and take a look around.
Back here at the Scott Community Event Center out of Cadavy with you here as the studio engineer is once again Melody Toscano. Lady Beavers with their first win of the year, and they win it with defense here tonight, 49-21 over the Lamar Lady Thunder. Lamar led it. They used an 8-0 run in that first quarter after Scott City had the early lead. It was 10-6 Lamar for the first quarter, but Scott City would chip away after trailing 12-9 early second quarter. Scott City closed the first half on a 15-3 run, lead 24-15 at the break. Extend the lead to 17. They would outscore Lamar in that third quarter 12-2 and lead 36-17. And then they would close the game with the final 11 points. Some big runs for Scott City tonight as they win it here 49-21. They had outscored Lamar 13-4 in the final period to win it 49-21. Final numbers here in this one here for Lamar. They were led by Brooklyn Robbins, who had 10 points. Scott City really frustrated her all night. 6 for Tatum Malinsky. Also, 4 for Riley Chavira she started, 2 for Keaton Chavira. She would foul or close to fouling out, and that was your scoring tonight for Lamar, as they had a season low of Lady Beavers would force 26 turnovers tonight. Lamar would end up with 7 steals, and they had a total of 14 fouls in the game. They had 16 defensive rebounds, 5 offensive boards, 21 rebounds. And for Scott City, they were led in scoring tonight. They had Erica Felker with 15 points. She also had 15 on Friday night at Hoisington. 10 for Megan Trout, her second straight double-digit scoring performance. 8 for Avery Lewis. 7 for Kendall Gentry. A new career high for Piper Fox with 5 and Mackenzie Metzger with 4. And that was a scoring tonight here for the Lady Beavers, who get the big W behind the count once again. 49-21. Lady Beavers would out-rebound Lamar 26-21 on the glass. They had 15 fouls. They did have their share of turnovers. Actually, they had 18 unofficially tonight, 18 steals, 13 defensive rebounds, 13 offensive boards for a total of 26 rebounds. Try to get comments from Coach Felka here momentarily, but we'll take about a 1 minute or so break, and we'll begin our boys pregame with head coach Brian Gentry. We'll come back in a minute. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
The Scott Recreation Commission.
BBN is brought to you by HRC Feed Yards, J&R, Next Tech Wireless, Red Barn Enterprises, S&T Communications, Scott County Hospital, Scott Co-op, Security State Bank, Turner Sheet Metal,
Furrow Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Furrow Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
To start off the season at Hoisington last Friday night, 50-38 victory, and game where you led pretty much wire. They made their run the fourth quarter, but you were able to withstand that run and pick up a nice road win.
Yeah, defensively when they made that run, they came off some screens and we fell on the ground. So we got to fight through those and be a little tougher going through it, but and not lose our man. I thought a couple of times we didn't communicate on some screens, and we got a little bit lost. We tried to switch some things that we're not supposed to. So some learning opportunities, for our guys, and taking each possession serious and not allowing teams to get easy looks. But for the most part, I thought we had good ball movement. We didn't shoot the ball particularly well from the free throw line or the 3-point line, but those things will come. I think we got good looks, and we're good enough shooters to knock them down. So, looking forward to tonight. I thought our guys moved the ball well. But we got to do a better job of taking care of the ball. I think the first half we only had 6 turnovers, and then we doubled that in the second half and ended up with 18 or something like that. So, got to be smarter, especially against, very little pressure. We can't have those. Some of them are offensive fouls. So we just got to be smarter. We got to be stronger with the ball. Because, for the first half, I can live with 6 at half. Especially if we're going to have a lot of possessions in a game. So just got to be a little bit smarter and take care of the ball too.
You take a look at a team like Lamar tonight, a team that are 3-0 coming in with a lot of confidence, picked up a win at Alamosa tournament over the weekend. So they've got 3 games under their belt compared to your 1, though. But taking a look at Lamar, what does this team kind of look like on film?
Yeah, when you talk about, they've already had 3 games. And high school kids they're a little strange in that aspect. You give teams, 3 wins, regardless of who you play against, their confidence starts to really soar. Yeah, they are 3-0. They've had more games, got more games under their belt. But when you look at them, they've got good size. I mean, they're going to start a couple kids that are 6'3", one that's 6'6", and then they've got a guard left-handed that can shoot the ball. Offensively, they don't do a ton schematically. It's more of take advantage of their size. So our guards are going to have to, guard down low. And it's going to be a big thing if we can keep them off the glass. With our guards out there, they've got to be able to eliminate the second and third chance opportunities. And if we do that and we rebound and run and we don't forget that we want to play through our post, we'll be just fine. We want to speed them up. We want to turn this game into a quick tempo. Make good decisions, but we want to force them into a lot of bad decisions tonight.
The players that you did have start really felt like they had a pretty good chemistry together first game, and even when you were able to sub last week, it felt like that your ones that came off the bench really fit in pretty well.
Yeah, they do, and I think that goes back to what we've said several times, which is they're unselfish. They move the ball well. They're starting to play off of 2 feet when they get downhill, which is only going to make us better. They don't really care who scores. I think more of them, more of these guys want to make a pass to the guy that scores, which is pretty cool, seeing that unselfishness. But, they play for one another. They play together. They play the right way. I think at times we probably are too unselfish because there's times we have the ball, in Jackson or Sage's hand 2 feet from the basket and we don't shoot it. So I kind of want them to shoot that shot.
Should be a fun one here tonight, opening night of the Roundball Classic, and 3 games at home here in Scott City as the Beavers host Lamar for the first time in program history. Coach, thank you again for the time, and good luck to you guys.
All right, thanks, Adam.
And once again, those are the comments from head coach Brian Gentry as we will come back over to the girls' side. Lady Beavers with a big win here tonight, 49-21. Coach Amy Felker joins me here post-game. Congratulations on the win, Coach, and I'll say this, what a defensive performance for you guys tonight.
Oh, thanks for that. These girls knew what their game plan was. We knew 13 was their best player, and we told Avery last night that was their job, and we're going to put you on her, and she knew exactly what she was going to do. But, it wasn't just Avery that played a great defensive game. Everybody helped. When there was so many screens set on Avery, everybody helped Avery, gave her that second to get back. It was just a great overall defensive performance tonight.
Yeah, she definitely had the assignment on their best player, Robbins, girl from Lamar. And to hold her to 10 points and as many shots as she took, it was a struggle for her to get to 10 points.
She didn't get hardly any open looks. There was a couple that she got, and she capitalized on those. But we always had 1 or 2 girls on her. And she's starting to get frustrated. She couldn't get open. She couldn't get those shots she wanted to. And so, when you play defense like we played, it's hard on an offensive player.
When we talk about the defense by Avery with the assignment she had, you look at a player like Cheyenne Kramer, all she came in and did tonight was she was like a thief out there. I mean, steal after steal. I think one point, she had 3 or 4 steals in a row, and the team, I think, had 6 consecutive steals in a row in that second quarter.
Cheyenne didn't have the best game on against Hoisington, but she came out tonight, and she was ready to go. She was focused. And she was just that little cat, She just stood back there, and when that pass made, she anticipated it and got it. She did the little things right tonight and worked so hard. So I'm super proud of her.
I thought the ball movement tonight was pretty phenomenal, and there were times where you guys had Lamar out of position there, and we're getting the good shots, whether it was for Megan, whether it was for Avery, and whether it was for Erica, you name it there. But the ball movement, I think you really had to like tonight.
These girls want everybody to be successful. One of our goals is always to make our teammates look great. Make that pass, make that screen. And they really did a great job tonight of finding the open person, getting them a good look at the basket. And I can't say anything. I mean, they just played really good at making those extra passes. So I'm super proud.
You could just tell the excitement when they get the assists, and some teams don't have that sometimes. That your kids or your players are just generally happy for each other for their success.
We have talked about that so much. Everybody radio, TV, or newspapers, they always talk about the people that score the points, you know? And I said, there are so many other things that you guys do so well. I said, you need to celebrate the passes. You need to celebrate somebody setting a good screen for you. And they've really taken that to heart, and they understand that if it's not for the passer, if it's not for the screener, I don't get that open look. So it's really making for a great team effort to have that mentality. And we do cheer for all those girls, not just the shooter.
Well, it's going to be a 24-hour turnaround. You'll take on Coronado tomorrow night, and they just picked up a big win over La Junta here, who happens to be your next opponent on Saturday as well, but it's Coronado first tomorrow night.
We're super ready, and we'll be refocused and ready to go.
Congratulations on the win, Coach. Enjoy it, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, Adam.
All right, once again, Coach Amy Felker post-game talking the Lady Beavers victory tonight, 49-21. Let's take a 2-minute timeout, and we'll shift our attention over to the boys' side. Back in 2 minutes, this is Scott City Beaver basketball.
You know how they say the most important thing
Fairly
in real
Feed Yard is dedicated to investing in our facilities and staff to provide the best experience possible for the cattle feeder and, in the end, the consumers of our product. We are always in the market to purchase corn and other commodities from local producers. Call our office at 620-872-2111 for current pricing. Our dedicated employees and their families are very important to us, and we are proud of their children that are current beavers and individuals that will grow into those roles in the future. Fairly Feed Yard is privileged to support Scott City Youth and are honored to cheer on the Beavers.
First National Bank of Scott City. One of the few places left that you could call today and speak with a person and be greeted at the door with a friendly face. Come see us at First National Bank, where you will feel at home. Let us help you with your banking needs, whether it be setting up a checking account, savings account, CD, or getting a loan for that new vehicle or home you have been dreaming about. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Transform your farm's future with premium hybrids, robust data, and unparalleled expertise from Axis Seed Red Barn. We partner with you to customize a plan featuring industry-leading seed that matches your unique soil and growing conditions, helping you to farm differently and making your operation more profitable. Contact us at www.redbarn.ag to gain access to premium seed proven to outperform. And go Beavers!
We're back here in Scott City for Beaver basketball tonight. The boys taking the court here in a battle of unbeatens, 3-0 Lamar and 1-0 Scott City. As Beavers looking to get to 2-0 on the year and have a pretty good test ahead of him here tonight with the Lamar Thunder out of Colorado, the Tri-Peaks League, Class 3A, 4A league there, or 4A, 3A league, whatever you want to call it, but you get the idea. Should be a good challenge tonight for Scott City. Lamar comes in 3-0 on the year. They knocked off Alamosa 41-30 last Saturday evening in their win to go 3-0, or to 3-0, excuse me, on the season. And I got to get you Alamosa's mascots here before we go here. But talking about Lamar, they've averaged 46 points through their first 3 games. And they are led in scoring this year by Lucas Martinez. He averages 10.7 per ball game. He's a 5'11 junior. Alex Williams at 7.3 points, but he's grabbed 11 rebounds a game. He is a 6'6 sophomore. This is a team that does have some size with Williams at 6'6, just a sophomore, and a couple of 6'4", 6'3 players as well. I mean, they'll have a little length, but Scott City, I think, can do this with defense here tonight. So Lamar with wins over Florence 62-49, Del Norte 34-33 in a nail biter, and then Alamosa 41-30. By the way, Alamosa's mascot I love this. They're up in the mountains there of Colorado, west of Windsor area, southwest of Pueblo. The Alamosa Mean Moose. I love it. I love it. You don't hear that too often from a mascot, but that's Lamar this year, and they were just 7-16 a year ago. Their last winning season, last time they hit double-digit victories was in 2019-20 when they were 13-10 on the season here. As for Scott City, they look to get to 2-0 on the year for another second consecutive year. They did it with a nice victory, 50-38 at Hoisington last Friday night, where they got Sage Steckline with a career high 15 points. Also 13 from Jackson Rumford. He grabbed 9 boards, and 12 from Alex Tarango. And great performances from them. And also Scott City, they forced 29 turnovers for a second straight year on Hoisington. And Scott City, since 2007 against teams from the Centennial State, they are 13-8. Then you go down the list, 1-0 against Burlington, Colorado, 2-2 against Coronado, who they'll face tomorrow night. They're undefeated against Denver South, who 2-0. Fountain Fort Carson, 1-2. Green Valley Ranch and Lotus School, 1-0. Montbello, Colorado, 1. Palmer Ridge, 3-1, and then 1-1 against Pine Creek and Pueblo East. But Scott City looking to remain unbeaten. Only 5 make that 6 teams out of the West, still 1-0 on the year, or at least undefeated coming into tonight, as Scott City looking to win it with defense, forcing 29. They did have 18 turnovers of their own last week here. Let's take a 30-second break. We'll come back with starters. This is Beaver Basketball.
Foley Feed Yards.
If you are in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained service and parts staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles. Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides new and used vehicles. Stop on in and check out jrcarandtruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet and GMC dealership in Scott
Leota.
City.
For free bill pay and online banking, safe, secure, easy to use, member FDIC. For the Lamar Thunder, they are coached by Fred Vena Jr., assisted by Travis Hall and Austin Wirtz. For the Thunder, it will be Lucas Martinez. He is a 5'11 junior, averaging at around 10.7 points and 1.7 assists per ball game. Also, Diego Vasquez, a 6-foot senior at 1 point, 2.3 boards a contest. Alex Williams, he's a sophomore at 6'6", 7.3 points and 11 rebounds per ball game. Gabriel Jacobs, a 6'3 sophomore, 7.3 points, 4 boards. And Austin Thacker, a 6'3 senior at 4 points and 6.3 rebounds. This is a good rebounding team. 34 rebounds per game. You can tell they use their height to their advantage on the boards. Lucas Martinez, Diego Vasquez, Alex Williams, Gabriel Jacobs, and Austin Thacker. It's the same lineup for the second straight game for Scott City, coached by Brian Gentry in his 7th season, assisted by Joey Meyer and Drew Kites. It'll be Dylan Duff, the 5'10 senior, 2 points, 4 rebounds a game. Eloy Ruelas, the 5'10 junior, 4 points, 2 assists per contest. Sage Steckline coming off a career-high 15 points. 6'6 senior, he also grabbed 4 boards. Alex Tarango, 5'10 junior, 12 points and 4 rebounds a game. And Jackson Rumford, a 6'5 junior, at 13 points, 9 boards, and 6 dimes per contest. Dylan Duff, Eloy Ruelas, Sage Steckline, Alex Tarango, and Jackson Rumford, the starting 5 for Scott City. Lamar 3-0 on the year. Scott City 1-0. It's Coronado on Friday night and a much improved Coronado team tomorrow night. This is going to be a good challenge these first 2 nights, especially. Coronado just pulled away in the second half against Lamar LaHunt earlier today, 64-34. That was a tighter ball game earlier in that second half. Keys to the game presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout, where you go with the proven winner. Here comes to insurance. They score bigger, the policyholders. Keys tonight for Scott City. I think you're going to have to pressure the ball up top, especially. Scott City's been good in defense. I think transition offense is going to be good. Push the pace. Scott City tonight in their home white uniforms, the light blue numbers and letters, darker blue trim. Lamar in road orange uniforms as it's Alex Williams and Jackson Rumford to tip in the center, and Lamar will win the tap as they're underway. They'll move from right to left. They're in the orange jersey tops with the black numbers and white letters. Scott City opens up man-to-man defense. Alex Williams, he'll go left wing to Lucas Martinez. Back up top to De La Rosa. He gets the start tonight for Lamar. So I had one wrong that time. Back up top right to Alex Williams. Now stolen away in a turnover. Scott City forces a turnover. Ruelas with the dribble. Keeps it alive for Scott City. Just underway, no score. Here's Tarango, goes out high left to Eloy Ruelas, left corner to Duff. Nye cutting, Sage Steckline, pump fake, goes in, lays it up, and that one will sneak in for two. Steckline with an early basket, 2-0, 7:14 to go first quarter. And pass down the floor, and a layup is too strong. Rushing at Williams, he thought he had an easy basket. Ruelas with the board for Scott City. First minute of this ball game, 2-0, Scott City with the lead on the ball. Jackson Rumford up top, Lamar in a 2-3 zone. Right side to Tarango with a couple of dribbles out high. Now the top of the key goes left side to Duff, into Rumford left elbow. Left corner to Eloy Ruelas for 3. Good, he knocked it down. Ruelas with his second 3 of the year. And it's 5-0 Scott City with 6:43 to go first period. And Scott City applies some full court pressure, but Lamar breaks in the front court with Martinez. Pass somehow trickles to Alex Williams. Williams bullet pass underneath. Catching it at the block is Jacobs. Puts it up too strong. And the rebound backside to Tarango. In transition, here's Ruelas. He'll lay it up and score it. He has 5 in a row. And it's 7-0 Scott City. And a steal for Tarango. With 6:20 to go first quarter, Duff turns down the 3. Rumford pump fakes on the 3. Wraparound pass. Here's Duff with it back to Rumford. 7-0 Scott City. 6:10 to go in the opening quarter. The Beavers forcing 2 early turnovers. With it is Eloy Ruelas. Loses dribble ball. Deflected in a turnover as he tried to wrap around pass for Tarango up top. First turnover, and Scott City almost forces the third Lamar turnover and a whistle and a blocking foul out high. That'll be on Alex Tarango, his first. That's Scott City's first foul with 5:56 to go first quarter. And might have, when he rolled out there trying to hustle for the ball, might have rolled up on the ankle a little bit of the 6'3 sophomore Gabriel Jacobs. And it looks like he's okay right now. He has the ball, goes left out high to Thacker. Left corner goes to Alex Williams, trying to back his way in on Rumford. Back up top, it'll go now to Xavier De La Rosa, the 5'9 senior. Just 2 seniors in the starting lineup. Here's a 3 out high, missing wide left for Jacobs, and the rebound to Jackson Rumford for Scott City. Beavers already crashing the boards with a couple here in this first quarter. Of 5.5 to go first period. Scott City with a 7-0 lead in the ball. They're 3 of 3 from the floor. Lamar 0 for 3 into Steckline toward the right block. Faces up his defender. Backs his way in, and now we'll throw one up and off to left in the rebound, and that'll be a foul over the back on Steckline, That'll be his first and Scott City's second team foul. That's after Alex Williams had good position on the boards. In for the first time for Lamar is going to be Jacob Dunning. He is a 6'3 freshman. He averages 7 points off the bench. Ball kicked off the inbounds. It'll still stay Lamar basketball with 5:18 here in the opening stanza. A 7-0 Beaver lead. Lamar triggers it in. They get it into Jacobs. He'll push it across. Dribbles behind the back and loses it. Behind there is Eloy Ruelas with the theft. Third Lamar turnover. 3 minutes in, 7-0 Scott City. Up top to Eloy Ruelas. He'll put it on the floor, gets a screen from Rumford. Trying to stop and go. He'll take it all the way back. Nice wraparound pass to Rumford, who kisses it off the glass for 2. 9-0, 4:57 to go first quarter, and the Beavers up by 9 early on. Lead pass in the front court to Lucas Martinez. Rumford hits the deck. He's all right. Bounce pass behind, and now goes to De La Rosa for 3. No. Rebound out high. Collected by Thacker. Another possession here for Lamar, down 9-0, 4:40 to work first quarter here from Scott City in the Event Center. Opening home game for Scott City, opening night of the Roundball Classic. Ball deflected out. Scott City with some good defense here in the first 3.5 minutes. Lamar 0 of 4 from the floor with 3 turnovers. As Coach Frank Vena Jr. goes deeper into the bench, brings in his second sub. That's going to be Diego Vasquez, the 6-foot senior. He will replace De La Rosa, so I had him in originally as a starter. That was not the case. Thrown up top to Vasquez. 4.5 to go first quarter. And now Strang almost gets a steal, but shielded off by Dunning, the freshman. He's in the front court, needs help. Pass deflected out, and they're going to get Steckline with the push, and that's going to be his second already. Scott City with 3 team fouls here with 4:20 to go. As Coach Brian Gentry will send Coy Vance to the scorer's table to check in. And a hustle play that's a tough break that time for Steckline. As the Beavers are up 9-0. Avery Knoll still on the lineup. They maybe are closer to getting him back. Camden Vogelmore out of the lineup as well again tonight for Scott City for his second straight game. Vance almost gets a steal now. Deep basket on the way. That's a 3 for Austin Thacker. His first 3 of the year. Gets Lamar on the board with 4:10 to go first quarter at 9-3. Now Scott City in transition. Vance. Maybe he was a little unselfish as Scott City throws it away for their second turnover. Here comes Lamar. 2-on-2 numbers. That'll be a whistle and a blocking foul. And Ruelas, that'll be his second. Already 4 fouls on Scott City in the first quarter. Lamar yet to foul here as we're just past the midway mark of the first period at 9-3. And Coach Brian Gentry's maybe going a little deeper here. It'll be Brooks Bailey to check in next dead ball. Ball up top, almost a push. That on Ruelas with the defense. With it is Jacob Dunning. Now they work it up top. Pass high left to Lucas Martinez. Scott City staying man-to-man with a 9-3 lead. Clock has not been running for about 10 seconds. The clock is still not running. And a whistle and a foul up top, and that's going to be the 5th team foul in Scott City. The clock did not run for about 15 to 20 seconds. The foul on Coy Vance is first. Already 5 fouls on Scott City, and that'll send Lamar to the foul line. As a team, Lamar is 50% on the year. Vasquez, just 1 attempt this year at the line. Perfect 1 for 1. The clock did not run. Free throw number 1 is short. He'll get another one. As Lamar will bring back in Alex Williams, and also in as Brooks Bailey. Diego Estrella, a 5'9 junior, or Estrada, a 5'9 junior in for Lamar. Bailey, the 5'10 junior, in for the first time. Second free throw also too strong, and the rebound to Alex Tarango for Scott City. Beavers lead it here at 9-3 here in the halfway mark of the first period. Tarango up top to Coy Vance, goes left to Bailey, entry feed into Rumford. Backing his way in here on Alex Williams. Nice up and her move, goes up and draws the contact, and Scott City will go to the line for the first time tonight in the first foul of the game on Lamar. 3:42 to go first quarter. Foul on Alex Williams. As I mentioned in the pregame, Lamar, up until about maybe, I think 3 years ago, they were the Lamar Savage. They changed their name to the Thunder. And Rumford, who's 7 and 10th the line, that one rims in and out for him. He'll get another one. They changed their name to the Lamar Thunder. Pretty good mascot as well. Rumford hits 1 out of 2. He has 3, and it's 10-3. 3:42 to go first quarter. Scott City 50% on Friday night at Hoisington, 10-20. Now 3-on-2 numbers. Here's a layup up on the other end. A teardrop shot over Coy Vance for Estrada, his first basket. 10-5 here with 3.5 to go first quarter. Scott City with the numbers. Here's Bailey, pump fakes. Now finds Rumford. Power dribble goes up. He'll kiss it off the glass. The hoop and the harm. He has the last 5, and it's 12-5. 3:24 to go first quarter. Second team foul on Lamar. That'll be on Diego Vasquez, his first. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor. It's a 30-second timeout taken by Coach Brian Gentry here. 3 minutes, 24 seconds here in the opening quarter. We're at 12-5 for Scott City. Basketball presented by Scott Community Foundation, Scott City Pharmacy, Giftologist, Scott City Eye Center, Road and Big Green Agency, Richards Financial Services, Our Brothers Auto Body Mechanic, Precision Ag and Seed, Pokey Feeders, Plant and MH Insurance, Plain Jan's, New Life Market, Northern Supply, Miller Veterinary Clinic, Midwest Mixer, Metzger Praisers, and Metzger Family Farms, McCarty Family Farms, and Low Tree Farms, and Livestock. Scott City has shot the ball well. They've only missed 1 shot from the floor here in the first quarter. They are 5 of 6. Lamar is 2 of their first 6. And 0 of 2 from the line. Scott City 1 of 2. Rumford trying to go 2 of 3 at the line here in the period. He has 5 in a row for Scott City, who leads it by a 12-5 score. They started out with a 9-0 run in the first 3 minutes of the ball game. 3:24 to go first period. Rumford's free throw is perfect. 13-5, and they apply the trap and full court pressure. Thacker with it, and Lamar will throw it away for the 4th time. Here's a steal. Eloy Ruelas. Oh, he tried to dish it off, but Diego Vasquez steps in the lane. Scott City's 3rd turnover. 3:10 to work, almost a walk, and there it is. Good call there. 5th turnover by Lamar. Scott City with the lead. Full court pressure here for the Thunder in the front court to Jackson Rumford. He'll stop, turns down the 3. Now he's guarded. Here's Bailey up top. Eloy Ruelas out high left, looking to penetrate. Nice flip. Rumford, power dribble, reverse lip. Yes! He has 9. And it's 15-5 with 2:53 to go, first period of play. Driving on the other, and layup is good high off the glass for Estrada. Yes, 4 in a row, 15-7, 2:44 to go first quarter as they apply some full court pressure. Into the front court, right is Eloy Ruelas through traffic. Here's left side. Coy Vance lost it, but picks it up. Bailey in the right corner to Ruelas. Up top to Trango. Nice bullet pass. Oh, a miscommunication, and Scott City's 4th turnover. That time Rumford thought that Trango was going to cut, and the ball's out of bounds. Last touch by Scott City. Duff will be in to replace Alex Trango. Also in for Lamar is going to be Gabriel Jacobs. A good frame on him, just a sophomore. 15-7 is your score. Inbound in to Dunning. He's played quite a few minutes here in this first quarter off the bench. The freshman averages 7 points a game. Now left wing goes over to Austin Thacker. Skip it over right side. Dunning for 3. Good. He hits his first 3 of the year as well, and it's 15-10 with 2:07 to go. They had the last 5 points of the game, and Vance loses it. As we're in the final 2 minutes, Scott City still with the ball in the backcourt. They get it to Eloy Ruelas into the front court. So 5 in a row by Lamar. They've hit their last 2 shots. Here's Bailey in the left corner for an answer back 3. No, airballed into the hands of Alex Williams for Lamar. Scott City lead is at 5, but Lamar threatening Dunning, trying to add to their 5-0 run with 1:40 to go. Now a nice cut down the middle. No layup is good for Alex Williams. He has his first baskets, 15-12, 1:35 to go first period. Scott City's 10-point lead down to 3. A 7-0 run over the last minute for Lamar. Duff with it out high left. Entry feed into Rumford. Catches it, backs his way in. Little hook shot. Yes, he's got it. He has 11 in the period. Make that 10 in the period. 17-12, 1:14 to go first quarter. And now in the left corner, here's a 3. Too strong. Rebound, Lamar. Backside with it that time after the, or now there's another 3. No, rebound underneath for Williams. He'll miss that one, and he commits the holding foul. With 59.5 seconds, that's on Williams. That's his second. Second foul on Williams, their 3rd of the quarter. And so that's a big foul with that frame. And back in, or in for the first time, is going to be Avery Radke. He'll replace Coy Vance. So Scott City's gone 3 deep in the bench here today. They have a 5-point lead of the ball. Final 50 seconds of the opening stanza, 17-12. In the front court with it is Ruelas. He'll flip it over right side, and a bad pass and a turnover. Turnover number 5. And a pull-up jumper at the foul line. No. Rebound tipped around and into the hands of Dunning for Lamar. They have another crack at it. Down 5. 35 seconds to work first period. Scott City's a lot of turnovers. A flat-footed 3 is good for Dunning. He has 2 threes, and it's a 2-point game. 17-15, 24 seconds to go in this opening period. The freshman just hit the flat-footed 3. He has 6, all 3-point range. Rumford backing his way in, pivots. Up top, here's Radke for an answer-back triple. Yes! He has his first varsity points, and it's 20-15 with 8 seconds to go first quarter. Scott City with their second 3 of the period, and here's a deep 3 off the rim to the left for Estrada with about 4 seconds to go in the period, and that's the end of your first quarter. Scott City with a 5-point lead, 8 minutes in at 20-15. We'll come back in the second quarter in 1 minute here on This is Beaver Basketball.
BBN is supported by Norder Supply, Lone Tree Farms, Pioneer Communications, Beaver Booster Club, White's Food Liner, Scott City Eye Center, Shells, Flowers, and more, Scott City Pharmacy, Giftologists.
At First National Bank of Scott City, we look forward to helping you manage your finances with our quick, secure, and convenient online banking service. Not only can you check your daily account history and spot fraud, you can also set e-alerts that will notify you if your account balance drops below an amount that you have chosen. Send notifications when your statement is available and when your loan payment is due. Don't forget about online bill pay. Check it out at fnbscott.com or come see us at First National Bank of Scott City. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
20-15 for Scott City to be their ball after a high-shooting first quarter for both teams. Scott City actually shot 8 of 10 from the floor in that first quarter, but they got a lot of high-percentage shots. And they'll lob it in, throw it away, and there's 6 turnover of the half, trying to get it into Rumford at the block. Lamar with 6 steals. Dunning will save it in play and then does so to get Jacobs. He'll drive in, kick it out right high to Martinez here. First minute of the second quarter, Scott City up by 5. Lamar had 6 field goals made in the first quarter. They were 0 for 2 from the line. Scott City 2 of 3. Rumford leading the Beavers with 10. And off the bench with 2 threes, the freshman Dunning with 6. He did not make a three-pointer coming into the 9. He has 2 in this first quarter. He's 0 for 7 from three-point range, but they've shot the 3 well. As Lamar entry feed toward left side to Thacker. Back up top, here's a deep 3. Good. Lucas Martinez's 8th triple of the year, and Lamar back to within 2. Their 4th 3 of the half, a 20-18 first minute of the second quarter of play. Scott City had a 15-5 lead at one point. Up top to Steckline, and he has 2 fouls into Rumford, and that's going to be a push on the back by Gabriel Jacobs, his first. The first of the quarter on Lamar was 6:52 to go first half as they had Rumford posting up in the paint. Scott City basketball out of the end of Steckline. His jumper, no. Rebound, Rumford rips it away. Then he flips it out high to Steckline. In the left corner, Ruelas open for 3. He has got it. He has a career-high 8 points. It's now 23-18, 6:38 to go first half, and a great opportunity to answer back for Scott City. Here's an answer back 3. That one crawls off. Steckline collects his first board of the night. Beavers with the ball. And a 5-point lead. Steckline drives in. Runner loses it out of bounds. He's trying to throw it up. Goes out of bounds. And it will belong to Lamar. 6:20 to go first half. In is going to be Alex Chirango. He'll check in for Brooks Bailey. Steckline does have to be careful. He does have 2 fouls. And then bound into De La Rosa. 2-on-2 numbers. His layup crawling off in Rumford with a backside board for Scott City. They lead it here by the count of 23-18, 6:08 to go first half. Both teams of the three-point basket here in this period. Scott City with 3 triples tonight. Lamar with 4 underneath the Steckline. Lets the defender blow by him, and he has his 4th point, 25-18, 5:58 to go first half. And almost a steal that high, but Lamar collects it back, and it goes to Thacker. Left wing to Lucas Martinez, who drained a deep 3 moments ago. Lead pass too far in front for Thacker, and that'll be Lamar's 7th turnover of the half. 25-18 Scott City with the lead. They've scored 8 of the last 11 points of this one. 5:40 to work before intermission. Getting a screen is going to be Eloy Ruelas. Dishes the left side. Rumford for a 3. No, too strong. Rebound tracked down by Alex Chirango. His second board. Nice flash to the basket. It's Rumford for his 12th point. And the Beavers are up by 9 all of a sudden. 27-18. 5:25 to go first half. Scott City's 3rd offensive board of the half. And good defense by Duff, knocking the ball out from behind on Jacob Dunning. The Beavers back up by 9. They've led by as many as 10. It's 27-18. 5:21 here in period number 2. Xavier De La Rosa with it. He'll take it in the front court, guarded by Eloy Ruelas. Bounce pass over right side to Gabriel Jacobs. Jacobs in the right corner to Jacob Dunning. Dunning guarded by Steckline, back up top to Jacobs. 5 minutes to go first half, another deep 3 and another one down for Martinez. He's hit back-to-back triples from way downtown, a couple feet behind the arc, 27-21, 4:58 to go first half. That one was on the left side, a couple feet behind the arc. Nice give and go. Here's Duff with it. One dribble. Now back up top. Steckline turns down the deep three. Then flips it to Duff. Back to Steckline. Sees an alley left side. Gets stripped from behind. And that'll be turnover number 7 on Scott City. All the turnovers have been steals by Lamar. Flip it over left side. Martinez quickly guarded. And now to Jacobs with 4:35 to go first half. Scott City's lead is at 6, 27-21. They have not trailed. They've led 9-0, 15-5, and 27-18. 4:20 to work second quarter. Right side out high goes to Thacker. Skip it over left side. Turning down the three is De La Rosa. Back up top. Martinez wanted to shoot the three. Deflected and stolen away by Rumford. 8th Lamar turnover of the half. Scott City's 5th steal. So we're near the midway point of the second quarter. It is 27-21 Scott City. Rumford with it. Goes to the pass in the right corner to Tarango. Bounce pass to Rumford. Looking for a give and go. Now we'll drive in, back his way in, flips up a shot. Yes, he rattles that one home for his 14th point. 29-21, 3:52 to go first half. Beavers up by 8. Lamar with the ball. Good shooting in this first half, almost a steal. Now driving left side, pulling up is Thacker. Then working around the perimeter right side to Martinez. He's quickly guarded by Rumford. Drives in. Shot blocked by Rumford. Oh, they got the push. And 2 free throws coming up here with 3:32 to go first half. The foul will be charged to Jackson Rumford as first. Just the first in the quarter on Scott City. Martinez is 3 of 4 at the line this year. Lamar's second trip to the charity line. But first, we're going to have a timeout on the floor taken by Lamar. We'll take it as well. It's a full timeout. 3:32 to go, second quarter. Scott City 29, Lamar 21. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
Here's Odessa from Plain Jam.
How do we get a hold of you? 271-0243 in Garden City. They can always go on the web at prohealthks.com.
Feel better now. Make an appointment with Dr. Yeager today.
(29-21) Scott City with the lead. 2 free throws coming up here for Lucas Martinez, a sharpshooter. Season high 12 points in his last game. He's had a 17-point performance this year, and the free throw rims off. He had 17 in the open up the season at Florence in their 62-49 win back on the 28th of November. Second free throw, he hits 1 out of 2. He has 7 and makes it 29-22. As checking out will be Xavier De La Rosa checks out. 3:25 to go second quarter. 7-point Scott City lead. Stop and pop three for Tarango off to the right. Long rebound, though, to Eloy Ruelas. He has his second offensive board, and going up, missing the runner is going to be Ruelas as the rebound goes to Lamar. They have the ball down by 7 as we approach 3 to go first half. Underneath give and go, deflected. That's going to be last touch by Williams. That'll be turnover number 9 on the Thunder. Scott City trying to expand on their 7-point lead. They've led by as many as 10, but they've thwarted every Thunder comeback so far. So we're under 3 to go second period. Rumford with a nice backdoor cut. Duff will kiss it off the glass. Can't get it to go. Rebound Tarango. Follow. No, it went off to left. 2 missed bunnies that time for Scott City. And the rebound goes to Lamar. Now you have it with Lucas Martinez out left with 2:40 to go second quarter. Now to Dunning. He's hit a 3 here tonight. Lamar has hit 5 in this first half. That's 15 of their 22 points. With it is Lucas Martinez. Corey Vance is in there for Scott City. 2:25 and a straightaway 3. That one rattles home for Vasquez. He's the third Thunder player with his first 3 of the year tonight. 29-25 with 2:16 to go first half. They have 5 threes, make that 6. That's 18 of their 25, cutting his Rumford up to Vance. He'll try for his first 3 of the year. That one rimmed halfway in and out. That was a good look that time. And the rebound to the Thunders. They are back to within 4 here with 2 minutes to go first half. Ball deflected, driving in. Here is Thacker. Skips it over left corner. Dunning for 3. That one too strong. But the backside rebound for Vasquez and a shot, no. Rebound, Trango couldn't get it. And then ripped away and then picked up by Vasquez. And then runner, no, that time for Dunning. And the rebound to Jackson Rumford for Scott City. And here's the 3. Left corner, no for, well, it's rebound underneath. Here's Vance. He'll put it up, shot blocked out of there. And it'll still stay with Scott City with 1:30 to go here in a wild first half. As Brooks Bailey in to replace Coy Vance. 1:30 to go second quarter. Bounce pass, we got an official timeout here. They were not ready for play after Dunning did not quite sit down right away. Now here we go. We're back to action with 90 seconds to go first half. Rumford inbounded in. Bounce pass to Eloy Ruelas. Now throws it up top. In it goes to Rumford. Backing his way in back out high to Tarango. Almost walked with it. Almost got it poked away from behind. Now pump fakes. Here's Duff out high back to Tarango. He'll try a triple. He'll bury a triple. Tarango with a second 3 in the air. His first 3 points. Lead back up to 7. 32-25. 70 seconds to go first half. Scott City hits another triple and then almost stripped away by Duff. Final minute of this half. This one from way downtown. Oh, my goodness. He hit it right in front of Coach Gentry near the sideline. His third 3 of the half. He has 10, 32-28, 54 seconds to go first half. Tarango will try again. That one off. No, rebound into the hands of Williams for Lamar. They have a chance to pull even closer here with 40 seconds to go first half. Another 3 is too strong. Rebound, Rumford tips it into the hands. In transition, pass too far ahead of Brooks Bailey. Oh, he flies in and almost knocks out one of the cameras from the BBN and an 8th Scott City turnover with 33 seconds to go second quarter. In for Lamar will be Brock Rodecki, his first action of the year, a 6'4 senior. In for Alex Williams, who has 2 fouls. Lamar to within 4 here with 28 seconds to go first half. 32-28, Scott City lead at 4, but Lamar with the ball. Gabriel Jacobs out high left. It goes to Diego Vasquez. Bounce pass the screen up top for Thacker. And it goes to the foul line to Brodecki. Fadeaway. Way short rebound. Lamar, but it's thrown away. Into the hands of Duff here. 10th Lamar turnover. Here's Rumford with 2 seconds. Drives in. Layup. No, it might have been partially tipped. And the rebound to Jacobs, and that's halftime. Scott City's lead is at 4 at the break. Lamar would outscore Scott City 13-12 in the second quarter. 32-28. Beavers up by 4 at the break. We'll come back in 3 minutes. This is Scott City basketball.
We believe investing in our community is how we make a lasting impact. It's about more than just providing wireless services. We believe in rolling up our sleeves and working side by side with local organizations. Whether you're sharing cherished moments, staying updated on trends, or exploring your surroundings, we're there to keep you connected. Next Tech Wireless. We are Kansas.
BBN is supported by Shapland Real Estate, State Farm, The Original Grande, Bullertson Family Dentistry, Volgamore Family Farms, Western State Bank, Wood River Energy, Scott Community Foundation, Good Anesthesia and Pain Management Services.
The dedicated team at Norder Supply is passionate about assisting our customers in achieving maximum net return per acre. That is how we define our success. Through unparalleled agronomic advice and best-in-class customer service, you can depend on us to do what is best for your operation. Ask them today about their spot-on service and how it can fill your needs. Norder Supply. Plain talk, exceptional results.
They said this place was too isolated to call home.
They said it was too remote to build a community. And then one day, a farmer strung a copper wire from one fence post to another and changed everything. We didn't build the communities of Southwest Kansas. No, we just brought them together.
There's nothing more spacious than Western Kansas, and nobody closer than our communities. We are determined to keep our communities connected to schools, kids to teachers and parents. We believe a connected world is a better place. We are more than what we do for our hometowns. It's what we do with our hometowns. S&T is proud to be your family, your friends, your neighbor.
Can support you throughout the changes in your life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Halftime show once again brought to you by Precision Ag and Seed. Adam Kadavy with you, Studio Engineer Melody Toscano back in the Mix 94.5 studios here at the break. A high-scoring affair here, and Lamar staying in this game thanks to the three-pointer. Scott City, though, with 32-28 lead at the break. Scott City's led the entire way, led by as many as 10, 15-5. They're led by 9 at 27-18, but Lamar keeps coming back with threes. And we'll get to the scoring here right now. For Lamar, they have 10 from Lucas Martinez, who hit one from about 25 feet right in front of the Scott City bench, literally on the sideline. He just chucked it up there. They had a total of 7 threes. That's 21 of their 28 points on threes in the first half. Also in the first half, 6 on a pair of threes for the 6'3 freshman Jacob Dunning. Also 4 for Diego Estrada, 3 for Diego Vasquez. Also 3 for Austin Thacker, 2 for Alex Williams. And that's your scoring for Lamar in the first half. They had 10 turnovers. They had 7 steals. They had a total of 7 defensive rebounds, 3 offensive boards for a total of 10 rebounds. Scott City did a good job on the glass tonight here in this, make that a total of 11 rebounds. They had 4 offensive boards, I beg your pardon. But anyways, that first half for Scott City, 14 for Jackson Rumford, a new season high for him. 8 for Eloy Ruelas, a new career high. That eclipsed his 7-point performance he had against Liberal a year ago here in this building. And then 4 for Sage Steckline. He battled 2 fouls in the first quarter. 2 for Dylan Duff. 3 for Alex Trango, who hit his second 3 of the year. Also 3 for Avery Radke, his first varsity points as a Scott City Beaver. The Beavers in the first half had a total of 6 fouls. They had 5 of those in the first quarter and 8 turnovers. 6 steals. They had a total of 7 defensive rebounds, 6 offensive boards, a total of 13 rebounds, 13-12 as they lead the 13-11, I beg your pardon. They lead the rebounding department in the first half. Let's take another 2-minute break. We'll come back with some more first half stats. 32-28 Scott City over Lamar at the break. 2-minute break. This is Beaver Basketball.
Scott City Eye Center has been a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Scott City community since 1999. Our experienced eye doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations that our Scott City Optometry office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. We use advanced diagnostic technology, and we are committed to improving the quality of life. Give yourself the gift of clear vision by scheduling an appointment with Dr. Joshua Gooden, OD, today.
At American Implement, we know that our farmers and ranchers are getting up and going to work every morning to provide food, fuel, and fiber for the world. And even though time and technology keeps us constantly changing, one thing will always remain the same. We promise that we'll continue working right beside you. We appreciate all that you do for our country and our communities. From all of us at American Implement, thank you. And may God bless the American farmer and rancher.
Back here at halftime, Scott City with the lead here at 32-28 as we go through some of the other first half stats here. Scott City did not attempt a free throw in that second quarter, 2 of 3 in the first half. As Lamar, I don't think they only committed one foul actually in that second quarter. For Lamar, they were 10 of 23 from the floor in that first half. They were 4 of 5 on threes in that second quarter, 7 of 12 for the half. And they were 3 of 11 on two-point baskets. They only attempted 3 two-point baskets in that second quarter. Did not make any one of them. They were 0 for 3 on two-point baskets, 1 of 2 at the line in that quarter, make that 1 of 4 for the half. For Scott City, trying to figure up their stats here as quickly as I can. Beavers hit 4 threes in that first half. As they attempted 4 threes in that second quarter, 7 threes. They had 25 attempts in the first half, 13 of 25. They were 52%. They cooled off quite a bit in that second quarter. They were 5 of 15 from the floor. They were 2 of 3 at the foul line in the first half. It'll be Lamar ball to begin the third quarter. Scott City's lead is at 4. Once again, it'll be Coronado tomorrow night. They were a big winner today over La Junta, 64-34. La Junta in town on Saturday. And right now, Garden City up 25-13 over Altus, Oklahoma in the second quarter. That game in the Garden tonight in Garden City. Beavers with Dylan Duff, Jackson Rumford, Eloy Ruella, Sage Steckline, and Alex Trango. Lamar will start with Xavier De La Rosa, Lucas Martinez, also Alex Williams as they give and go to Martinez. Also out there is Gabriel Jacobs and Austin Thacker, their regular 5. Skip pass might have been intended and now left wide open for 3 and hitting it is going to be Lucas Martinez, his 4th 3 of the game, and it's a 1-point game. They continue their hot shooting at 8 of 13 from downtown, 32-31, first minute of the second half. And they get it in to Sage Steckline. That'll be a push on Alex Williams. That'll be his 3rd. With 7:31 to go here in the third period. Martinez is season high, he had 12 in his last game against Alamosa. As in will be Jacob Dunning to replace Alex Williams. But Lucas Martinez with 13 points, and they have 8 threes, 24 of their 31 points from three-point range here tonight. With it is Dylan Duff. Turns down the deep 3. Now he'll just drive to the rack. Bank up, no. And the rebound to Lamar into the hands of Lucas Martinez looking for their first lead of the night. And transition ball almost stolen away. It's loose, and they're going to get a holding foul on Lamar, I believe, fighting for the ball. That'll be their second team foul of the quarter on Austin Thacker, his first. That'll be a turnover. Scott City maintains the lead for the time being at 32-31. They cooled off shooting after 8 of 10 in that first quarter. Here's Sage Steckline up top. It goes right side to Dylan Duff. Lob to Steckline, the right block, pump fake, and then one dribble needs to find a cutter. We'll kick it out to Duff. Now to flashing Tarango flips one up in point blank. He's got it. He has 5, 34-31, 6:55 to go third quarter. First points of the second half for Scott City, and they'll force a turnover on a high pass, the 12th turnover. Beavers with a 3-point lead, in the ball. 6:45 to go. They have not trailed in this game. As that time, Morellis gets a screen, goes right to Tarango, back up top to Rumford. He has team high 14 and a game high. Duff, right corner to Tarango, turns down the 3. Into Rumford, great position underneath, immediately triple team. Stepping back as Tarango turns down the 3. He'll drive in, pump fake, flips to the right to Jackson Rumford. He's trying to go to his right, trying to wrap around past it. The ball tipped out of bounds with 6:23 to go third quarter. Scott City up by 3 with the ball. Steckline to Tarango. Want to drive left lane line. Entry feed into Rumford. Has great position. Back his way in. Goes up and he's fouled. That'll be the third team foul on Lamar in this third quarter, and the second on Gabriel Jacobs. And I believe it will be a shooting foul, says Craig Walmsey. And it is. Rumford at the line. He has been the only one there tonight for Scott City. Their first free throw since the first quarter. Free throw number 1. Oh, man, it rims in and out. Rumford just kind of shakes his head in frustration. Still 34-31. 6:16 to go third quarter. And that one misses as well. And the rebound of the Thunder into the hands of Austin Thacker. Outlets it left. Here comes Lamar and pump fake stepping back. A 3 for the tie. It's good. Guess who? Lucas Martinez. He has 16, and we are tied for the first time at 34, 2 minutes into this third quarter. Lamar continues to be red hot from three-point range. Lob into Rumford, catches it, goes up and high off the glass. He's got it, 36-34. Coach Brian Gentry wants a 30-second timeout. Let's take a quick break here with 5:51 in the third. 36-34 Beavers. This is Scott City basketball.
Women at every stage of life want a healthcare experience uniquely theirs, where excellence meets elegance and healthcare is personalized just for you. Scott County Hospital and Scott City Clinic's skilled physicians and nurses will help your family prepare for the birth of your baby. The private, comfortable, secure rooms for labor, delivery, and postpartum care include jacuzzi tubs for pain management during labor. Call Scott City Clinic to set an appointment today. We put our heart in healthcare.
At Colby, Oakley, and Scott City.
America is at work. From
bring it back. Just a 30-second break.
Millions of people operate traffic.
36-34, 5:51 to go. Third quarter out of the Scott City 30-second break. It'll be Lamar basketball, and the Beavers back with a 2-point lead after Lamar just tied it moments ago. But Lamar will break the full court press. Gabriel Jacobs deflected out by Tarango. But Lamar staying alive on threes. They have hit 9 of 14 on threes. That's 27 of their 34 points here. They're coming into tonight just 23% from three-point range, feast or famine, and it's been feast for them here through 2.5 quarters. 5:40 to work, third stanza. With it right side is Gabriel Jacobs' ball. Last touch by Jacobs and good defense that high by Tarango as that forces Lamar into their 13th turnover. Their team that does turn the ball over quite a bit at 17 per game through the first 3 games. And Scott City brings Bailey back in there. Or Craig, he's in there. 5.5 to go third stanza. Steckline. Now back to Dylan Duff. Trying to go high-low. Ball deflected. Didn't get enough air underneath it. Scott City's 9th turnover, and Lamar with the ball down 2. 5:20 to go third stanza. Left corner it goes. This is Gabriel Jacobs. Steps back up top now to Jacob Dunning. Dunning with it, guarded by Duff. Scott City in a man-to-man. With it now is Xavier De La Rosa. Goes over to Austin Thacker. Back out top to De La Rosa. 5 to go third. 36-34 your score. Right side it goes to Jacobs, guarded by Rumford. Now cutting in the lane here is Thacker. Kicks it out. It's a turn down 3 by De La Rosa. Shot blocked by Steckline, but De La Rosa gets the ball back. 4:45 to go third period. 2-point Scott City lead. Lamar hanging on to the basketball here. Now right side, here's Martinez. He'll drive in, dish it, left corner, 3 for the lead. Good. Austin Thacker with their third 3 of the quarter, and it's 37-36 with 4:27 to go third quarter. Lamar's first lead of the night and their 10th triple of the night. They have not missed a 3 in this third quarter. Jackson Rumford with the dribble. Trying to drive in here on Thacker. Goes underneath, needs help. And ball deflected and a turnover. Back-to-back Scott City turnovers. Nobody moved for Scott City that time. And here's Lamar in transition, up by 1 halfway through this third quarter. Bullet pass intended for Jacobs, thrown out of bounds in the 14th Thunder turnover. Eloy Ruelas will be in for Dylan Duff. Scott City playing from behind for the first time in 6 quarters, 37-36. Lamar continues to shoot white hot from 3. They've hit 3 for 3 threes in this third quarter. They are 10 of 15 from behind the arc as well. Some of those are just, they're just throwing them up and they're just going down. And Scott City's got a defender there. Some of them are about 5-6 feet behind the arc. They just keep going down. Ruelas with it up top, gets a screen, steps back. Now lobs it into Steckline, back goes to Ruelas, looking to drive in. Back to Steckline, left wing, finds Trang underneath, kisses one off the glass. And Scott City's got the lead back at 38-37. 3:42 to go, third quarter. Ball almost deflected and stolen away, but Lamar with it. Lead back to Scott City at 1. Martinez has hit 2 threes in this quarter. He has 16 on 5 threes, and he steps out of bounds. Scott City forces him out of bounds for their 15th turnover. Tarango now with 7 points. Here with 3:25 here in the third. Scott City lead at 1 with the ball, 38-37. Tarango with it, trying to find Rumford, but can't. Now up top to Bailey. Trying to go high-low, passes into Rumford, but stolen away. Then a good defensive play by Vasquez, knocking it off of Rumford, and the Beavers turn the ball over for the 11th time. 38-37, Scott City up by 1. Lamar back with the ball as we approach 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Biggest reason why Lamar has this lead, it's no question, it's their three-point shooting. 10 of 15, and a backdoor cut deflected, and Scott City gets the steal. The 16th Lamar turnover. The Beavers need to get points off of turnovers here with under 3 to go, third period. Driving in is Tarango. He'll take it coast to coast. Yes, and 1. He's got 6 in the quarter, 9 for the game, and it's 40-37 with 2:54 to go, third period. Team foul number 4 on Lamar in the quarter. That'd be on Lucas Martinez, his first. As they'll bring in Diego Estrada for Martinez. And Tarango, who's 1 of 2 at the line this year. Scott City just 2 of 5 tonight. First person other than Jackson Rumford to shoot free throws, and he swishes that one home. He has double figures for his second straight game, and a 5-0 Scott City run pushes it up to 41-37. 2:45 to go, third quarter in transition. Pummeling of picking him back up is Thacker, and that will be thrown away and a turnover again. Lamar with 7 turnovers in the quarter. 41-37 as Lamar goes to a 2-2-1 three-quarter score press. Scott City breaks it with stage Steckline, then hands it off to Eloy Ruelas. He'll drive left side, almost gets it poked away now to Jackson Rumford, drives in, puts it up, shot blocked. They'll say no foul call, and the rebound to Lamar. 2:25 to go, third quarter. Driving in, bounce pass underneath. Shot stuffed by Rumford. Oh, they're going to call a tie-up on that after he grabbed it. Now it's going to go to Lamar or Scott City, though. But Rumford with the board that time after the blocked shot with 2:22 to go here in the third. Scott City up by 4 with the ball back at 41-37. After they trailed for the first time this year, they've scored the last 5. And then they get a foul up top on Diego Estrada, and that'll send Eloy Ruelas to line for 2 free throws. That puts Lamar in the penalty. Scott City is yet to foul this third quarter. 41-37. Ruelas 1 of 2 on Friday night at Hoisington. Scott City tonight. Free throw is good. Makes it 42-37. 4 for 7 now at the line. Lamar, by the way, is just 1 of 4. One crawls off. Steckline tips it to Rumford. Back to Steckline. He'll go up. Scored, yes, and 1. Good move by Steckline. Back to Rumford. Assist Rumford. Steckline with the 6-point and a trip to the line to make it 44-37 with 2:12 to go, third quarter, and make it an 8-0 Scott City run. And another foul on Estrada, his second. He's had back-to-back fouls. Steckline at the line. Free throw, yes. 45-37. 2:11 to go, third quarter, almost a steal, and it's a 9-0 run. Scott City all of a sudden has their lead ballooned to 8. Lamar with the ball with 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Now it's going to be a blocking foul on Brooks Bailey, as he tried to take the charge that time on the 6'3 sophomore Gabriel Jacobs. Just the first foul on Scott City this quarter. But a good effort by Bailey trying to take the charge. It's a foul on the floor. 2:03 here in the third. Great to see Scott Goodhart from the Kansas State High School Activities Association. He's the brand new director of officiating this year in the state. It's kind of a newer position in the state, and he's a good man for the job. He's here in Scott City tonight watching the officials and taking in the little Scott City Beaver basketball. He's officiated here before. Ball deflected out high with it is Austin Thacker. Minute 50 to go, third period. In it goes. Backing his way in is Gabriel Jacobs. Bounce pass out high right. Here's a three on the way. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Jacob Dunning hit that from about 2 or 3 feet behind the arc, and Lamar hits their fourth three. They have not missed a three in the quarter, and it's 45-40 with 1:32 to go, third period. They are now 11 of 16 for threes. We're going to get a tie-up as Ruella drives in, and that's going to be a turnover on Scott City. Lamar they have hit nothing but three since the first quarter. And they've hit one free throw along the way. They've only made 3 2-point baskets all night, and it's 45-40 to 1:27 to go, third quarter. All 12 of their points have come from behind the arc. Ball deflected in Steckline with the steal. He'll pump it, dishes to Ruelas, who will put it off the glass for two. He has a nice night, 47-40. And another turnover coming here, I believe. They'll say deflected by Rumford last, though, with 1:12 to go. Nope, they'll say turnover on Lamar. That'll be their 17th of the night. Can Scott City expand on their 7-point lead with a minute 12 to go, third quarter? 47-40 your score. That was the first basket for Lamar that last three in 3 minutes. Oh, man, close foul up top by Vasquez. Now up top. Here's Sage Steckline cutting his Duff, driving down the middle, kicks it left to Triangle, left quarter to Ruelas. Ruelas with it back up top to Steckline, right side to Duff. He'll try a three. He will miss. Rumford with the rebound, ball fake, backing his way in, spin, flip up, yes. He has 16, 49-40, 44 seconds to go, third quarter. Rumford with his fifth board of the night, and Scott City with a steal. Here's Steckline right down Main Street, flips it up. That was probably a dunk-saving foul that time by Lamar, and Steckline will have 2 free throws coming up here. With 36.9 to go, third period. Diego Vasquez is second. Scott City well in the penalty here. 36.9 here in the third. Free throw for Steckline is good. And Scott City matches their largest lead at 50-40 with 36.9 to go, third period. This is kind of bizarre. Lamar has not missed a three in this third quarter. That's all their points. And Scott City with 2 free throws there from Steckline. He has 9. It's 51-40. Their largest lead of the night with 35 seconds to go, third stanza. Duff almost gets a steal in the backcourt. Lob ahead in the front court to Armani Marino in for the first time. He is a 5'11 sophomore with Lamar down 11 here late third. Driving in here is Jacobs, blocked by Steckline, and Steckline with the board. Scott City with the ball up by 11. 15 seconds to work third quarter. Rumford with the dribble. And then ball deflected up and a bad pass and a turnover. Lamar tracks it down the right corner to Vasquez. Now right wing. 7 seconds. Moreno whistling a push. Not a bad foul for Scott City. They have plenty of fouls to give with 5.5 seconds. But the turnovers are up to 13 on the night. Sage Steckline, unfortunately for him, picks up his third with 5.5 seconds. Second team foul in the quarter with 5.5 seconds to go, third quarter. Scott City does have a couple of fouls to give. If you're Steckline, you don't want to foul because that'd be your fourth. Driving in and trying to take the charge. Oh, but Rumford draws the blocking foul as he's frustrated. You know, that's a foul you could take. That's just his second and the team's third of the quarter for Scott City with 2.4 to go. 2.4 to go, third quarter. That ran off 3 more seconds as they get a towel to wipe some perspiration off. Basketball brought to you by Lebanon Lawn and Tree Jackson Legal Group, JF Beaver Advertising, also J&R Truck and J&R Car and Truck, HRC Feed Yards, Amy Farms High Choice Feeders, Great Western Tire and Deckmart Furniture, good anesthesia and pain management services, Fro Electric, Fro Service, and Fro Heating, and cooling. And now Rumford, who commits the foul, maybe trying to see if he can wipe off the perspiration off the floor. Maybe they can just rescind the foul, but that's not part of the rules of basketball. But a good gesture nonetheless, and I tell you what, he did a pretty good job underneath there. 2.4. And way to use your head, Eloy Ruelas, who used it, and he got the steal to end the third quarter. Heady play, literally, by Ruelas. 51-40, the Beavers extend their lead to 11 as we head to the fourth quarter. Back in a minute, this is Scott City basketball.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. To learn more, visit us online at scottcf.org.
Opportunity provider.
Scott City at 7-11 in free throw shooting. They went on a 15-3 run to close out the third quarter after they trailed. They lead by 11 as we head to the fourth quarter, 51-40. Adam Kadavy with you here from the Scott Community Event Center, opening night of the Roundball Classic and the home opener for Scott City. Jackson Rumford, 16 points, 11 for Eloy Ruelas, 10 for Alex Tarango. And underneath it goes to Jackson Rumford, backing his way in. Underneath the basketball, deflected up in the air, but caught by Duff. Gets into Rumford, short corner. Nice cut, Tarango. Layup, oh, just a little strong. And the rebound goes to Lamar. Opening seconds of the fourth quarter. Back in there is Xavier De La Rosa, just picked up that board for Lamar. They have not hit a two-point basket since the first quarter. They were 4 of 4 on threes in that third quarter, and they'll lob it underneath. Scott City almost gets the steal. 16 points for Lucas Martinez off of 5 of 5 three-point shooting. This is a team that has hit 11 threes tonight of 16. And they've been contested threes for the most part, and some of them have been well behind three-point arc. I mean, that's nothing you can do about it sometimes. And now losing the handle was Lamar off the inbounds, and they get forced on their 19th turnover. And now it's poked away from behind, still loose. Duff saves the possession, and we'll get a timeout beforehand by Coach Brian Gentry with 7:03 to go. It's a good scrappy play for the Beavers. Leading by 11, 51-40. We'll come back in a minute. This is Scott City basketball.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 card trolls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
For exceptional service in real estate, put Stephanie Shapland at Shapland Real Estate to work for you. Property homework is what we do best at Shapland Real Estate. We put forth every effort to get results that move you. Our expertise in buying and selling residential, commercial, and agriculture property is built on the tradition of trust and thoroughness that you deserve. Shapland Real Estate takes pride in our community and in cheering on our students in all that they do. Give Shapland Real Estate a call or visit our website
They do
today.
whatever it takes. 51-40, Scott City up by 11 of the ball. First minute of the fourth quarter. They're down to 2 timeouts to go. And they have 2 full timeouts left, but they save the possession as they get it into Jackson Rumford and also save the possession arrow. Rumford pump fakes on the 3. Now to Alex Tarango. 51-40, Scott City leading the ball. First minute of this fourth quarter plus. Duff holds it off a screen up top to Steckline straight away. Now left wing Triangle will try a triple. He'll bury a triple, adding to his, or now a new career high, 13:54:40. It's an 18-3 run for Scott City with 6:40 to go. Beavers up by 14, 6:35 to go. Both teams undefeated coming in. Lamar at 3-0, Scott City at 1-0. This is a season high of points Lamar has allowed at 54. And a three. Oh, they finally missed a three for the first time this half. Thacker had a good look at it. Jackson Rumford collects the board for Scott City. That's their first three-point miss of the second half. 4 of 5. They have gone a little cold from the floor after Scott City trailed 37-36. Here's the alley-oop. Jackson Rumford couldn't quite throw it down, but he does the second best thing and just puts it in for his 18th point, 56-40. 6 minutes to go. Make it a 20-3 run for the Beavers. 5:55 to go. Up top it goes to Alex Williams. Williams drives on Steckline. Almost, he does get it knocked loose, and Steckline trying to rip it away. Lamar will hold on to it, and they'll get a timeout. It'll be just a 30-second timeout. With 5:46 to go, they're down to 3 timeouts. Keep it right here. Basketball presented by Farm Bureau Financial Services, Neil Baker, First National Bank, Fairleigh Companies, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Hugh and Berta Benz, DeKalb Baird, Clint's Diesel Repair, Shells, Flowers and More, Bricko Cattle Company, Burning Farms, Beef Belt, Beavertown FFL, Bartley Grain, B&H Paving, and American Implements. So Scott City, this has been one of those weird games. So I guess they counted that as a 2, so it is 55-40. So Tarango did not hit a 3, I guess, so he has 12. So it's 55-40 here in this fourth quarter of 5:46 to go. So nonetheless, it's a 19-3 run for Scott City instead of a 20-3 run. But it's a 15-point lead here with 5:46 to go. Lamar's ball out of the timeout. Vasquez to trigger it in, does so out to Austin Thacker. Now they work it over to Xavier De La Rosa. Here's a steal. Jackson Rumford will go all the way. He will miss the dunk, but right to Eloy Ruelas for the rebound. And now bullet pass in. Rumford, nice pivot, goes to his left, kicks in the right corner to Duff. Now Sage Steckline will drive in, try to float it over the top, and a steal and a turnover. But stolen right back by the Beavers to Sage Steckline. Duff into Rumford. Pump fakes once, goes up, scores it at one! And right now, Gabriel Jacobs is limping after he got his ankle rolled on. Off of the 20th Lamar turnover of the night, it's 57-40 with 5:19 to go. First team foul of the fourth quarter on the Lamar Thunder. That's on Alex Williams, his fourth, with 5:19 to go. Rumford with a 20-point night. He had quite a few of those a year ago. He had 8 20-point games a year ago. You can put in another one there, as in will be Diego Estrada. Jacobs, who averaged 7 points a game, has not scored tonight. Rumford trying to add to his 20-point performance. He now has the game high. And Scott City is on a 21-3 run over the last 6 minutes of game time. Scott City tonight 7 of 11, 9 7 of 12, but Steckline with the board. In the right corner to Tarango for a 3. No, rebound. Another offensive board for the Beavers. They continue to rack up the offensive boards here. And now Scott City with the ball out high with 5 minutes to go. Rumford now into Steckline. His turnaround, Jay. Yes! Steckline in double figures in back-to-back games. He has 11, 59-40 with 4:50 to go. Man, it looked pretty tough for Scott City, down 1 in the third quarter. Now a push shot will be on Eloy Ruelas, just his second, the team's first of the quarter with 4:45 to go. Lamar made the run going up 37-36 with 4:28 to go. Since then, it has been a 23-3 run for Scott City. They're up by 19. Coy Vance in to replace Duff. And Lamar will try another deep 3. That one off. They've actually missed 2 in a row in this fourth quarter after starting 4 of 4. Dunning with that miss. Rebound Scott City. Another defensive board for the Beavers. And a whistle. We got a foul away from the ball here, says Jeremy Dietz with 4:31 to go. They're going to get that on Coy Vance's second. Team's second of the period. And Scott City turnover number 14 of the night. This is a good showing for the Beavers. against the team that has allowed 49, 33, and 30 points, and they're on the brink of hitting the 60-point mark. 3 on the way. No, that time for Vasquez. The rebound underneath the trees that time was Alex Tranger. He grabs another board. Beavers up by 19 midway through this fourth quarter. 59-40. Here's driving in Ruelas. Dishes it to Rumford, backing his way in, trying to split the team, and gets it stripped and stolen away. We're going to get a whistle, and they're going to get a holding foul on Vance, his third, team's third of the quarter. A 4:03 to go. Good help defense that time by Lamar. Scott City with their 15th turnover of the night. 3:58 to go. As in is Brendan Bailey for the first time. Right side, he goes to Amani Moreno, who's back in there. Here's the right corner three, and that is good for the freshman. Oh, boy, he's going to be a good one. He has 4 threes and 12 points, 59-43. 3:40 to go in this one. As Lamar ends what was a 14-0 Scott City run, as Lamar almost had the steal, but they were out of bounds on the sideline. Lamar has not had a 2-point basket. You have to go all the way back to the minute 36 mark of the first quarter. It's been all 3 since then, and I think 1 free throw sprinkled in. Scott City will lose it out of, or almost lose it there at time, and a good effort by Vasquez. He's in there, Scott City trying to take better control of the basketball here with 3:33 left. But Lamar has only had out of their last 31 points, 30 of them have been on threes. Brendan Bailey, speaking of threes, a little short on that triple. Rebounded Lamar, but saved in the play to Scott City. Steckline with it. Now to Coy Vance. He wanted to launch a three. He'll float one deep two, leaves it short. And the rebound goes to Lamar. In transition, layup, no, too strong, but the rebound underneath to Dunning. And here's a three, no, rebound Steckline for the Beavers. Here with 3 minutes to go in this one, Scott City with a 59-43 lead. Up top to Jackson Rumford with it, goes left with the dribble. Up top now to Steckline, nice cut by Bailey, trying to drive in and gets, stripped going up. I guess they say it's a turnover. In transition, here comes Thacker, his layup, no, and they still cannot buy a 2-point basket. Bailey with the rebound, Brendan Bailey for Scott City. 2:35 to go, in it goes to Sage Steckline. Hoyes gets it stripped out of his hands and fights for the ball at half court, saves the possession out of Brooks Bailey. Holds it out high with 2:24 to go, gets it poked away from behind. They're going to get a hack on Diego Vasquez, that's his third. Team second of the quarter here, and now limping is going to be Jacob Dunning as he limps to the bench. This is kind of a tough matchup for many teams, Lamar. They're a team that won just 7 games a year ago, but boy, I tell you, if they play at this pace, they shoot as good as they do tonight. They're going to win a lot of games this year. Ball deflected in the backcourt. Rumford picks it up and then stripped right out of there by Vasquez, and then a holding foul for Rumford. Oh, don't do that. You're going to get teed up. You got to be careful there. But Rumford with the turnover and the foul, his third. Team foul number 4 with 2:18 to go. 3 subs in. Eloy Ruelas, Dylan Duff, and Alex Tarango to check in. I almost thought maybe Rumford might get teed up right there. Slamming the ball there, but they let it play, and let's keep going here. 2:15 to go, 59-43. Your score, Scott City's led by as many as 19. Pass, almost turnover, picked alive off a deflection. That's going to be a foul on the floor, and that'll send Lamar to the line for 2 free throws here with 2:07 to go. Their first trip to line in the second half. That's the second foul on Alex Tarango. And to the line will be Alex Williams. He's just 1 of 8 on the year at the line. He has just 2 points tonight. The 6'6 sophomore takes a few dribbles, fires this one up, and short. They're a team that's just 50% coming in the line tonight, as Avery Radke in to replace Sage Steckline, who will exit with 11 points. Coronado tomorrow night, that'll be a tough matchup. Saturday night, it'll be La Junta as Williams hits 1 out of 2, and his third point makes it 59-44 with 2:06 to go. and they apply full court pressure. Scott City, though, looking to break it with Rumford. Now lob pass to Duff, deflected but picked up by Duff as he tips it to himself in the right corner to Durango with a minute 55 to go, and then poked away from behind and a turnover. In transition, here's a layup. Missed another two-point basket. Lamar saves it into play. They have not hit a two-point basket since the first quarter. A 3-0 rebound, Jackson Rumford. That is one of the more bizarre things I've not seen in a while. Minute 35 to go. Scott City will need to take care of the basketball better tomorrow night. Underneath the Rumford, he gets hacked, but they let it play through. And then he gets timeout from Coach Brian Gentry. It's a full. We'll take it as well. The 1:27 to go. Back in a minute. 59-44 Scott City. This is Beaver basketball.
Yoda.
59-44 Scott City, down to one timeout left, a minute 27 ago. But it'd be interesting to hear the comments from Coach Brian Gentry after this one. And Lamar put a scare in Scott City really in that second and third quarter. Lob into Rumford out of the timeout to Eloy Ruelas. I think Scott City's going to try to burn time. Boy, they got to call a foul pretty soon, you'd think. Lamar is trying to foul, I think. Scott City, now there's a foul. That'll be on Alex Williams. He'll be out with 1:16 to go. And he'll foul out with 3 points. 1:16 to go. That's their third team foul of the fourth quarter. They have another foul to give before the penalty. Brock Brodecki, a 6'4" senior, checks in. This is his season debut for Lamar. Inbound into Ruelas, up top to Duff with a minute 13 to go. Here's Rumford. Now to Ruelas. Pump fakes a couple times, gets stripped, trying to go up and is stolen away, but right back to Radke. Gives it under, kiss up and in for two. For Ruelas, he has a baker's dozen. 61-44 the minute to go. Good job by Scott City saving that possession. With it is Diego Estrada. Now up top it goes to Austin Thacker. Thacker will get it to Vasquez. Vasquez, and that'll be deflected, I believe. Nope, they won't say, or they'll say last touch by Lamar. And their 21st turnover of the night comes with 46.2 to go as they apply full court pressure in a 17-point game. And now here's Alex Trango down to Avery Radke. Here we go, alley hoop time, yes! Rumford throws it down and the crowd erupts and rejoices. 63-44 with 35 seconds to go. And a straightaway three, no. Rebound, Duff saves it into play to Jackson Rumford. How about that? 24 seconds to go. Turnover, no. Good effort, though, by Vasquez. This is a team that's scrappy. But how about the exclamation point of the night there? 22 for Rumford. And Avery Radke with a big assist that time. His three new subs in for Scott City. It'll be Brooks Bailey, Brendan Bailey, Coy Vance, Eloy Ruelas, Dylan Duff, and Jackson Rumford check out. 63-44, 21.8 to go. Out is going to be Diego Vasquez and also Austin Thacker for Lamar. I believe that was Cason Pollard and Braxton Shelton and a pair of sophomores. A lot of sophomores for Lamar. 15 seconds to go. 63-44. Brooks Bailey with it. Bounce pass into the hands of Coy Vance with 11 seconds to go. Now to Steckline. Scott City only shooting up 9 again tonight. And 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and that's going to be it. Scott City will come out of here with a 19-point win. 63-44. They win it tonight here over the Lamar Thunder, giving them their first defeat of the season. Scott City is 2-0 with the Cougars of Coronado coming to town tomorrow night. Post-game show to begin after this 3-minute break. This is Scott City Basketball.